the team. Team Max, they're turning this around, but Kitty.
Oh my God, why can never have man?
Kitty survives.
Oh wait, what? We get 2 zone? Hello?
Everyone is falling on the side of
What the fuck's happening, bro?
This reminds me of series
Cho
number 1
zone.
Max
Hello?
took on KML. It's never about the laning phase, it's always about the 4th minute mark. They get the team fight, they take your Crimson Golem. Now it's
they need to win this, you know, they need to win this. They cannot lose.
The worst part is given to Jeff. Jeff is the one guy you don't want to give a Crimson.
If they lose, no, it's just chance. It's just chance to compete for the top 4.
Every farming player picking up Crimson Golem at 4th minute. What a dream scenario, man.
And they get the
Sao đi à ra bây giờ?
There's no way. Yeah, they stop the movement from NRX. They have the life bars to do so as well. So Max, they claim everything from the side of Stamina Esports.
3 kills on the board, 1 Tyrant, 1 uncontested tower in towards the bottom side. Everything is going in towards their pockets here. And with that information of the Crimson Golem respawn time, you best believe Team X is going to be fighting you in that territory.
Yep, TikTok. The clock is spinning at this point, but with that, the pressure comes in from Stamina. They might have to back off. They do get quite a bit of damage on the T1 in the mid. Not going to be able to finish the job, but that's a job well done nonetheless.
Very good rotation from the side of Stamina Esports to stop Team X from rotating back into the mid lane and actively blocking the goal. Crimson Golem, the entire bottom side of the jungle has been captivated by Team X.
Oh, my internet.
Oh, that's very cool by Kitty.
Almost.
It's my internet, bro. I drop frame now.
I think Kitty is willingly gonna give because the damage has been done. The economy has been hurt for Stamina.
It's a 50-50, right? And that is a very good interaction between the Mulan and also the Fate Ultimate here. As we can see, if you cast the Fate Ultimate while Mulan is in her invulnerable form with the CC immunity, she still gets cut if the HP bar actually reaches, but only after her
internet is so accurate, bro. Oh my God.
And that's a potential pain point for the side of Team Max. But in order to really
mình đá bro, mình đá giật.
Stamina needs to get on equal financial terms.
Well, one good news, they do get that mid lane turret in towards their pockets here. Jeff going in, pop the Grandmaster's Forge.
Oh, this is huge for the side of Stamina, but here
nice.
Well, gets that finished blow onto the side of NRX.
Top 4 secure, like I said. Hey, you never know. Let's wait. We gotta play it safe.
Once again, they try to push back, but they can't.
It was actually a really beautiful bridal outburst coming in from Zing Song.
Stamina also strong à, dân mưa get card này.
Sufficient coming in from with death or NRX and NRX.
Cái lang top 3 for a reason, you know.
I think the biggest issue here is about PHY, right? PHY is playing a more utility-based role, which means his itemization is a little less.
Improvement này.
This is
Còn đây but if you don't respect enemy, how? I mean, yeah, you can do whatever, man. No. That the moment you disrespect enemy, that's the moment you lose, bro.
Then you go into the likes of the Mass of Agony, then you go into the Twilight Stream. That's the.
I mean, you can move from game 1 already, yeah?
Well, I still do, but that's dependent on the comp, right? Because now they have so many heals coming in from side of Max, and this is not looking good. Now is your golem going to be stolen away from Kitty? They don't have to over-aggress. All they have to do is to push them.
Carry tempo faster than enemy jungle is hard for stamina.
At the top side, that's going to be open for the Vanguard. At the same time, Star King gives them the information. There is pressure to be put in the mid T1 here. Max playing the map so well on the back lines. They see with that. Jeff is going to use his ultimate. Get the life to. But here comes the emergence. Can they lock?
Vậy đúng, trap kháng dương supposed to win early. Trap kháng dương never meant for enemy to farm and scale. We supposed to play this, otherwise we are trolling. Oh my God, bro! This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Internet is so crazy. Chop download now. Chop download.
Have been taken down, and Team Max now has access into the shadow variants with little contest.
6,000 goalie as
bro, I like in my live stream I never like this, bro. This is so fucked up.
Stamina? What's
so
going
fucked
on?
up.
Where is the control that
Downloads A level, what the hell? Like what the fuck download? Okay, let me close everything.
Like Max has
Mình I download.
It's 5,000 at this point.
Snipe by the new
Download
maybe
Ultraman
that's
Japan
a
version
potential comeback story that might be
Ê vậy
similar to
Ultraman
Game
bao
One
support đã
versus
right?
CML.
Yes, we have seen that
Yeah.
happening. Let's see if that's going to be the same case. Now with that, the pressure is
Hello
on
sir, hello
Team Max.
Friday,
No
King
need
Rai
to
support
risk
ai
it.
liền.
No need to have the potential
Alright guys,
to
let's end before
kill
5 đầm tí
that.
please.
Let's just put
That's
pressure
what the
on the
coach
base.
said.
I think they definitely had a wake-up call after that Game 1 against CML. If you're down,
Otherwise you lose.
very daring and very mechanical as well. And right now they are looking to put more pressure against
Thôi,
that.
thôi.
Minion waves.
Boop, boop,
For
boop,
some
boop.
teams, more games means fatigue. But for Max, it feels like
Bro,
more
if I
games
don't
means
get our
I
teammate,
have
I never
more.
support
It's time
teammate.
to go
Ah,
for
no,
the
I'm
kill.
joking, I'm
They're
joking, I'm
putting pressure
joking.
on the T3 on the top. Annihilation not gonna hit the
I'm
mark.
joking,
They
sir.
do
Please
get
don't ban
stuns
me.
here. Finish off. No,
Please don't
they
report
will
me.
not. Shigiri gives them the cover that they need with the
Hey, that's nice, that's nice, that's
And
nice.
right now, the pressure is
Nice.
Zing is gonna be taken out. That's one tank out of the game. T3 at the bottom, completely taken apart because of the distractions.
Trời mà, trời mà, trời mà, trời mà.
Still, they might have to get
Hey,
out
hey,
of
hey,
the
hey,
fight.
hey, 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 hey,
Starting will be
no.
the victim here. He gets
You
taken out by
no,
Fade,
no,
but
no,
here
no,
comes
no, no, no,
Kree.
you trolling, you
He will be
trolling, you
taken
trolling,
down,
you
and
trolling.
that's the price of a T3. Kree live
Bro,
for
you
two
guys,
tier threes.
you
I
guys
think
trolling,
that's
man.
still
You
a
guys
top of
trolling,
Max.
man.
Well, it's not over. And
But
our
phone
friend
internet,
wants to
yes.
Answer kill on towards Jet here, but the Rings of Judgment has been casted. The second cast, fear it.
You
dread it,
guys trolling, bro.
push
You
it
guys
down,
trolling, bro.
back from a return kill on towards the
Why you guys trolling game we always, man? Why? Ay, ay, ay.
Jeff gets executed and gets slapped down by the heavy swordborn.
But it's a consolation prize.
Like, why?
Happy with Stamina Esports once more. But for now, they're gonna be locked inside their base. They're gonna try and dilute the experience and the
Huh?
best on the side of Team Max. PHY needs
Màu
help,
xanh đây.
needs it now, and they will be able to
Có
stop this
discount nè.
growth.
Mình tin
But
mới
can he
20 là
survive?
discount nè.
He's still stuck.
Well, Zing here gets to walk away towards safety here, so that's a very good.
Got the same problem. Make is trolling. Yeah, bro. They trolling for real, bro.
To deny a strong buff from the hands of Jeff, but it's signaling
Cho vậy là không niêm chỉ nè control.
they do have the better.
They are trolling, bro.
For Max, they need to make lesser mistakes.
Yeah,
Cái-
they only have a short amount of time, right? For now,
Cho vậy là
once they hit level 15,
cái là control tới mình control là bật nè gì, you know.
But they have to hold on for just a little bit longer on the side of stamina. It's gonna be a little bit longer.
Một phay giải thăm chẳng có, một phay giải thăm pin vậy nè.
This should be a big
Bên
one.
này thiệt.
Yep, they do have the Fate Ultimate here. The Fate Ultimate gets an easy pickup on towards the Shadow Overlord here. We do see
Hey,
going in
hey,
for one.
hey. Okay.
Himself for that misplay that he did.
Well, I don't think it's too big of a deficit for the side of Team Max. They have a lot.
Now,
of time to play around with. They do
now
have the
Overlord
shadows
gotta
and
wait,
sun
bro.
available.
Now
There is two
Overlord gotta
pressing
wait.
lanes, one at
What's
the
the
top,
point
one
of
at
this?
the bottom. So everything's still in sync for Team Max.
They will have to wait for a 20 seconds here, so that is one wave of Vanguards that will be sacrificed in the mistakes of Star King here. So, upcoming for the next play, how do they want to approach this high ground is the question here. If they can find Fade, if they can find PHY, that could be a huge marker for
Okay.
Team Max in closing out this game.
Okay, they definitely had the vision spite advantage.
Vibrate
They knew
nông
that
what?
The Fade Kitty was around, so they
YouTube.
actually moved down to the bottom side of the map. So smart decisions from the side of Stamina Esports.
And Stamina
À, you mean that man, man.
really closed out the gap thus far. It was looking like a 6,000
Bao nhiêu đã bầm 4 point.
Team Max, but right now, it has been shrunk all the way to a 3,001, barely in favor of
4 point cái lỗ bit.
Okay, that's a good sign, right? This is the recovery period for the side of Stamina. They have hit the timings this 14 minutes.
7 point các bạn. Between 8 point ទៅ 9 point ហ្នឹងគឺវាមិនគីឡូ bit សម្រាប់ Facebook ហើយ YouTube ហើយវា support តែប៉ុណ្្នឹងឯងដាក់លើហ្នឹងក៏មានតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងដែរទៅ
all the way into the back line.
He's pulling attention away. Fade is going to be in a 1v3 situation.
ត្រូវការដូចជាខ្ទង់តែ 8 point ហ្នឹងទេតែយើងដាក់ឲ្យដាក់លើចោល
Dream Roam going to be used as a defensive measure. Here comes that unbridled alphas, but it's not going to be enough even with the annihilation. Team Max, they see blood, they smell it, they want to finish the job here.
Oh,
It is gonna be quite a lot of
gee,
pressure.
Kitty
They
dead.
turn around.
Yep.
Nice one from Whip that. They get Kitty's life down, but here comes the Shadow Overlord. That's going to be pressure they need to deal with. Team Max, they lick
Bro.
their wounds and they move back.
Bro, don't tell me this game gonna reach 20-minute mark, bro.
Jeff off guard here, and without Kitty for the next few moments here, this game is gonna be scaling very in favor.
If
of
this
the
game
right
reach
team
20
over
minute
in
max,
Nuwa. We
okay,
saw
bro.
how strong Nuwa is in the late
20
game, and right
minutes
now,
cannot.
Stamina is given the resources available to go for that late game.
No, Starking, he might die again, bro. Hello? Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi.
Forced to use the dash to move away. The wings of judgments are not enough. Jeff, though, on the back line, he wants to invite Fate for the 1v1. Unfortunately, they will not oblige. It's all about buying time. This smite should go into the hands of NRFX. Unless they get it, no. With that, will secure it for the team. And here comes the damage coming in. Starking and Shimo, they are quite sustainable. So Team Max, they lose the Tyrant, but they are still in control.
Well,
Arrogant PTK comeback. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
And they have hit every single requirement to get in towards that late game right now. I would say
10,000 cái bay. That's what I said, man.
Interesting POV. I mean, it will quickly turn dire if Kitty takes a fall. Because then
Now it's fucking double 1 minute mark. Every enemy teamចាប់ផ្ដើមបានតែថមមក yeah, bro.
Right now,
Fucking crazy, bro.
not looking too good, definitely for Max, but I think they have a little bit of advantage left.
Yeah, a little bit of an advantage. So we need to see how
One more fair team fight, it's done, man. It's done.
Maximize their advantage here. 10 seconds on towards the next shadow objective, which is the Overlord. We do see more of the vision is being relinquished back into the hands of Stamina.
Okay, yeah, I definitely feel it now. The itemizations are on point for the side of Stamina. Bear in mind, take a look at 12k move in the bank for Whiff Death. He is one of the...
Hey, một năm pro rong vậy thôi bởi trắng cao sao? Yeah.
Deep into the lifelines of Team Max.
He's been really clutch on that Mulan, and he's been actually actively searching for opportunities to make a great comeback here. And this mid lane priority has been given over to the side of
Tại mấy cô phu lại thăm đây lợi bên này. Mấy tí mấy khoa thăm ai thăm khoa thợ bạc đá lên rằng mấy chết bao nhiêu ta? Sao làm ai thăm trong khỏi à? It's okay. This is okay. This one is fine.
They get the Shadow Overlord, and the waves are still crashing in. Now, bear in mind, Stamina has 2 bleeding wounds, one on the top, one at the bottom as well. These are super minions that will be marching down alongside the Vanguards.
Look at the goalie here. It's practically even between these two teams. So one final big team fight might decide the fate of these two squads. So maybe we might be going into a Tempest Dragon angle.
Yep, it looks like it, because right now I think NRFX is practically unkillable with the help of Zing as well. There is redemption, extra shields, and NRFX is, you know, the skill kit allows him to regenerate his health over and over again.
Which is true, right? And if you take a look at Team Max composition, you don't have late game like marksman carry. Jeff is not a marksman, Jeff is a fighter. So the late game department damage just isn't enough to take down this beefy boy versus NRFX's monkey.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? Jeff has to dive in to get maximum damage output. At the same time, that puts him at risk of being picked off by the side of a 5-man strong Stamina esports at this point.
5-man strong, they do hold the defensive line really well here, coming in for the side of Stamina esports here. 8-13 in terms of the scoreline, dead even in terms of the goal lead here. One fight will differ the winners and the losers of game 1 of the series.
One chance here and one chance only, right? With the Shadow Overlord, if Max doesn't capitalize on the pressure here, which it looks like they will not, this could be a win condition for the side of Stamina esports.
It's looking like it right now. It's looking back to a 50-50 even, and in terms of scaling right now, with Dev, PHY went into their maximum capabilities in this ultra late game here. So, for this upcoming team fight, it will be
lăn cho lên chơi rồi.
the upcoming Tempest Dragon.
No.
Item swap speed, depending on who gets the better flank. These are important markers to look out for.
Now gotta wait for Tyrant thằng Stamina cái còn thay cho Tyrant là probably.
Indeed it is, with the Tyrant being spawned in towards this bottom river here. They just need to stall like 10 more seconds, which is 19 minutes 30 seconds for this.
Tôi biết stall cho ông ấy nè, stall này là stall ông này thế.
They will have to bring their members back, which means this Tyrant should be a safe one for the side of Team Max, unless he gets stunned up, unless he gets taken out. But the timer
now it's final fucking campaign, man.
This next 30 seconds are going to be really important to manage the weight for the side of Stamina esports. So wait, hang on, Jeff.
You got Jeff, man.
Right now, it is all onto the flash. Nice movement by Whip Death, but is Kitty gets the kill on the Whip Death. This could be a huge moment.
It's okay. Mình chỉ pi ta.
The Raging Sea as well.
Bạch láng. No, the mate, bro. No one help, bro. No, the mate, bro.
Get down the first life of Kitty, but can they deal the damage? Fade is free.
Jeff no ult, bro. Jeff no ult.
Is unstoppable, laying down the pain. Nobody has his eyes on him, and Fade is just
Nah, it's okay, huh? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Chigiri tries his best.
Stall, 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 stall.
But Fade is here, and it's all fading
Oh,
away.
Chang Fei. Oh, Chang Fei. No.
Cannot handle the pressure.
No,
Just left with
chia
Chigiri
mùi.
and Star King. This is not looking good.
Bro, it's fucking 20 នាទី bro.
In the late game here, Fade was practically untouched for the entirety of that team fight. And
Okay, buddy.
such a good job in making sure that he sucked up all the damage, stalled all the time.
Good, it's good, it's good, it's good, bro. Get, go back quick, bro.
50-50
This temper. Oh my god. Yes, they are fucked, bro. Yes, they are fucked.
With the minions marching through the bottom side.
I mean, if Phây mà toán nha, tay Chang Fei đằng chăm chia hay, Chang Fei đằng chia hay gạt tốt ấy. Yeah, see? No way they can't get it, bro. No! Oh my god!
Kitty gets a steal. This is huge for the side of Team Max, but they need to
Oh my god.
Let's script that a different way. They can't get the kills if they have the numbers advantage. There's no way.
How they fell there, bro? How? It's crazy.
Because Team Max are on fire at this point.
Kitty!
Bro, how they fell there? Oh my god, somebody chill mui. Oh my god.
The last moment, he found the angle. He got the steal and whipped the Tempest Dragon.
Wait, that monkey fell smite, bro. That monkey fell smite like chill mui mấy à? Oh my god.
But fortunately, it's a 4v5 in favor of Stamina.
But for now, it's completely. It's meant to be Stamina Esports' time. They were supposed to get that, but unfortunately, even after throwing all of the stunts,
Phây mau với nha. I think we can end this, bro.
From getting within range.
That was just crazy, man. The damage
Phây mau. It's okay. He gotta go quick though.
Kitty, we're actually committing towards that, and right now, with minion waves marching in all 3 waves here, question is, can Team Max capitalize on this final tier 3 in this mid lane?
This one is a dangerous one because Kitty is in a fight. It's a 5v5. Can they get the finish onto NRX? If they get rid of the tanks, this could be a big moment for the side of Team Max. They have successfully defended.
Nice. Wait. Okay.
Able to jump in just
nay đã thảo ơi.
Get the T3. It's an open base from this side.
3 minutes on the dot. The next fight.
Đôi khi phải all temper à. They got so much time for temper mà nha. Trai all trai ấy cha phây, you know. Trời my minion bá chư. My minion all cha chư.
Between the two teams, Stamina Esports and Team Max.
In terms of team fighting, Stamina Esports takes the team fighting, but in terms of weight, we know for a fact that as every minute passes by, it's really important that the minions grow stronger and stronger. And this is the replay on how Kitty, that I doubt the Kitty, in getting the steal, gets a bridal outpost pushed away, jumps on towards the wall, comes in at the very last moment for the ultimate and smite.
Yeah. Really unfortunate. That's why Fade is such a big pick here. And right now, Kitty is looking for an opening, right? It's all about the tanks in this particular part of the game. As long as they're able to get the appropriate setups on either side, it changes the plane of the fight.
It does. And with the minion waves marching in from all 3 waves, you can see Jeff is doing a really good job. He sets up the play here, but he goes in ISIS, PSY has no flash.
It's okay. Nice.
Do we know this is going to be the first life down for the side of Whip Death, right? It is going to be the first life gone. Right now on the backline, Shigiri makes a save with the ultimate as well. Wings of Judgment.
No all, bro. Chang Fei no all. This is free one. This is free, no?
They need to make sure they secure this. They have to be patient.
Chang Fei no all. Mulan low.
No flash on PSY. No pure sky. No say sanctuary on the side of Stamina.
Qua cái zone ấy, hello mày ơi cái zone nha. Quay ơi cái control mày.
Like an easy pickup for the side of Team Max jungler here.
Yep, a 3-man knockup from side of Star King.
Nah, this should be free, bro. This should be free, bro. Can I contest this one? Contest with Fei, bro. How?
Right now, the big fight happens. It is very Stamina. But they don't have the Stamina. Fate is so low. First life on the line for the side of Stamina.
Yeah.
But Kitty just bought this stage of Sanctuary.
Yeah. Hey. Should be fine, bro. Look. Right there.
Next wave is coming in. And game number 1, Team Max. So this one was nail biting.
Ba đây bro rong giờ cũng switch khang về giờ.
Kitty, Team Max Jungle, without that steal on that first Tempest Dragon, this game could go.
That's fucking crazy, bro. What was the temper? I need to see the temper again.
Keep trying.
Depending on your item swap speed, depending.
I had to see the
who gets the better
temper.
flank.
Is
These
this
are
temper?
Well,
No,
this
it's this one.
raging to get in this fade. Hold back.
Is it? This is this one, right? Yeah.
Kitty on the wall wants to look for a steal.
Stun. Yeah, no smite. The fight got stun. Double stun. Stun, no knockback did. Look at this HP.
He get it though. He won't get it.
No, he can't.
Look. Knock up. Yes. Knock up. ពេល knock up នៅក្នុង game នេះ យើង smite អត់ចាញ់ទេ
Will he get it though? He won't get it.
No, he
Bro, what?
can't.
Like he got so much time to smite though, bro. He got so much time to smite, man. He got so much time to smite, bro.
Great.
Oh my god, bro. It's crazy. Like what?
He cannot really play the other junglers, and there's junglers that cannot.
Oh my god.
listen, so
Bro, fucking team make đốt thuốc thử. San thử.
supporting in
San thử.
ban pick, because in global ban pick, there's just so many.
GG well play, yeah. Mấy bật like lươn mấy chục mình. Để xa chop level plug ở đó.
That's where your jungle pool is wide open.
Absolute temper, yeah. Hello, I mean, how are you today? I'm good. Thank you, Charlie.
It gives a lot more options for the team, right? And it gives you less.
Phí rơ team từ nón pe cái vai ra hột. Sẽ cái phí. What? Phí? What is PHY? What is that? Phí rơ team từ nón pe cái vai ra hột. Wait, what do you mean? Ủa, trả viên lên thử chop tăng môn phèm đầm tí à? Oh, PHY, oh. Oh yeah, PHY, yeah, player. Sorry. Smite deep. Lại my guys not even smite, bro. My guys not even smite, man. They could have won, They could have won, bro. They could have won that game. Hey, we get it. I done, man. Cái vai game này cái tăng rồi bảo mày hả? Easy game của hả? Hello, đơn nơi. Hello. Mùi nơi EG bị môn. If make lose, I go ball. Okay, bro. Okay. I'll take note, bro. I'll take note. I'll take note, bro. Fucking pin that. Mấy anh tình nó phải ball là về lấy lại. Hey, what is this? Okay. Mấy tranh luôn Việt à? Đáng số biết được pay ở chiếc. Slightly miss nhóm art. Team Mac bên bẻ đầu, yeah. Cái này nhưng mà quay mơ mà support Team Mac cái đây mà mừng quay mơ like trong cái này nhưng mơ like trong Discord trong một liên nè nè, tay Discord này trẻ đại là hột. Môi pi bay buồn phèm và môi và bay buồn. Buồn đậm này chộp mơ môi report pay lại hỏi. Wait, report pay there, okay.
Moments really do matter in Honor of Kings, and I believe this is what multiple.
Kitty KA player man, no, Malay.
Goodness me, free money, free win.
Max Klang man, fan Max Ace Pin battle. Okay, Max Klang man, fan Max Ace Pin battle. Okay.
I don't need to bring spike, I can bring execute, man.
Anh ấy thì tiết khơi Ace top trăng ngõ đây.
man, nobody's gonna pay attention to me, and then I come in, I swoop in like Kitty, I get the steal. No one
Okay. Everything is nice in dreams, right? So for dreams as well, I think this time around, Stamina Esports needs to dream really hard to be able to come back in towards
cái team mà lé hả bro hello
hasn't been as consistent. The fights has been always in favor for the side of Team Max.
mà lấy cắt chân đi bro mà lấy cắt chân
early game, which is why we point out the tank jungle, right? If you're gonna play the tank jungle, why not pick up the Allgrim? You can still play that tank style, but it gives you a much stronger early game lead. And you know what?
Tao bên hai cost nè class field dương nào game mình bên chặt ok.
Oh yeah, they did.
Okay bro.
Some of these early game aggressive junglers like the Luna, like the Pei, to really limit Kitty's pull. So coming into game 2, we need to see what's the game decision here coming in for a set of Stamina. Are we gonna see NRFX go out of comfort and pick some of these jungle assassins like the Pei? I think the Pei definitely is
CDO, hello.
Players who don't generally like the assassin jungle.
Yeah, I think so too. And it can be tanky if you want hybrid builds, but the team needs to complement this pick, right? And I think maybe we're looking out for a couple of fixes on the side of Stamina Esports. You mentioned
Hay bạn đãi nó cay nó churu bắt là.
This hero for Zing in the roam that will help to really fortify the roster on the side of Stamina Esports because they desperately need it.
I think Zhangfei definitely has no issue in that draft at all. The entirety of the draft coming in from Stamina Esports was very well comprised. I think it's about
3 team Max style ណែយើងត្រូវការបិទគេ0-0យកហ្មងត្រូវការយកពងអស់យកហ្មង
Yeah, it did cost them quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And this is a matchup where there were multiple tanks in the game. So damage was a little bit of a problem coming out from Stamina. Yes, you had PHY, but he was constantly under risk of being caught by Shimo on that Charlotte, or even just getting poked down by Chikiri's long-range ultimates here.
I think that game, like you say, right, Shimo was constantly on the tails of like PHY. Wherever PHY go, wherever PHY wants to position himself, Shimo was always there to force the positioning of PHY.
Not ideal, right? So they need to figure out. And to be honest, this is a very painful lesson for Stamina.
Playoff how many team? 4 team.
Debut season. And yet
Team 4 team.
Strongest teams from WKS. They've gone up against the strongest teams from the East League and the West League. Like, oh my goodness, this is punishment after punishment.
But hey, these punishments, yes, it's difficult experience, but if they can convert this difficult experience and stay as a team going into the later stages of the game, maybe that could be their road to becoming one of the best teams in the world. But for now, they need to prove themselves in the series and following into the playoffs.
Alright, so we were looking at this. PHY did play a Mai for Stamina in the last series that they played. Forgot who the opponent was, but that did not work out too well.
ជួយគ្នា support team Max ទៅ Dubai. Yeah.
But they take up the Lapu as well. Does this mean StarKing's going to go for the Zhangfei?
Ooh, that could be potentially the case, right? But considering they're still Long on towards the table here, I do think that Long could be a very good pick coming in from Jeff in this first pick.
Right, we'll see if Stamina allows the Zhangfei to be picked, or you know, if Max allows it to be open for the ban pool, I think that has to be a ban.
Oh yeah, I don't think you will actually want to give over the likes of a Zhangfei and Long in this early game here. And we do see Stamina picking up the Diadia and Yangjin in this first 2. Maybe we do see a Diadia early, Diadia channel coming into play here for Fate in that farm lane.
Why not Dolia?
I
3KH player in Max man. Yes. Chikiri stacking ជាមួយនឹង Shimo.
Oh my goodness. Team Max once again with the Arta.
They came a long way.
Damage Team Max can do with a tank lineup in the jungle. And this really
Hello.
as a viewer, it confuses you, right? Because you see like, hey, assassin junglers are great, they can kind of execute everyone. But then Max comes up and shows you, you know what? Let me show you what a tank jungle can do as well.
Yeah, and this Arta also can goes on the hands of Shimo here. He did showcase the flexibility with Shimo and also
KML នឹង AJ បង
that's the early that we
បែង rage វិញហ្នឹងមែន
the early idea to
KML នឹង King Major League បន្ទាប់ពី Wildcard ហើយមួយប្រកួតនៅតំបន់ផ្សេងៗនៅខាងយើងគេមកលេងជុំគ្នាដើម្បីទៅលេងនៅ EWC លេងនៅ KWC
that could potentially impact NRFX early game tempo.
I would think you want to ban out the Xiao Qiao as well, right? Like, isn't that an instant counter against the RNE?
It is. So that is going to be an interesting one. They do not, in fact, ban out the Xiao Qiao counter in towards the early here, but they do put a lot of respect in towards Kitty here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 jungle bans against
4 jungle ban, bro. Crazy.
He is a problem. We need to be very clear about that. This cat needs to be
4 jungle ban, bro.
So Stamina Esports,
Oh my god.
I like the idea of this.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Which means you
Ban
can
bắt đai,
consistently
bro.
in a small area.
Wow. Well,
Oh,
you lock
Jing,
up
Jing,
all
Jing, hello,
the
Jing, Jing, Jing.
jungle picks, you pick up the Yixing, you want the box in for the fight here, but Team Max, they're going for a different approach. They're like, okay, 4 jungle bans, my hero pool is still wide
Oh my
open.
god,
Let me pick up
fucking
Jing
one
and see
jungle
how
ban.
to play a jungle assassin matchup.
No.
This
big
is what I've been
problem. They're giving
talking
Kitty
about, you
the
know,
Jing.
PK ban đai dương
All
tặng
the
you know,
way.
it's the best,
But
man.
still, it's fine, right? Considering the fact that you have the Diatia to lock down the Jing, that's still
Ban me all you want. I'm
acceptable
gonna play all the team. I'm still gonna beat you.
But my question is, if the Jing goes in for
Probably,
a level 1 invade,
probably.
that's not gonna be a good news for the NRVX in the jungle because, as we know, Jing, if you have
អត់
your
មាន
mirror
អី
image
ត្រូវ
and
និយាយ
use
ទេ
spike
បង
cap,
cosplay
you do
អស់
at
ហើយ
one
ខាន
point
លេង
time
យូរ
2 times the damage.
អង្គុយមើលគេលេងតែយើងចាំបាច់មានអីថានិយាយ
Mirror.
អង្គុយមើលគេ
And Chigiri's Princess Frost. I don't think I need to remind you guys. This guy, he froze the Jing in the previous series in the middle of her mirror domain. So Chigiri is pretty on point with his Frigid Prisons. I want to see what Stamina Esports does against this.
They definitely need to strengthen up their early game first. Jungle control is definitely the prime area that they need to fortify, right? If they don't fortify the defense on the jungle control and allow Kitty to just come in, swoop some buffs, counter, and pull up the gold gap, that's definitely going to be a
Hey,
stressful
let's go,
move for
Gampy.
Stamina here.
Gampy looking good.
As of
Gampy
now,
looking
in
good.
the first 4 minutes of the game, Stamina has shown
I mean, in
like
term
a
of draft,
Stamina
looking
in
good, man.
maintaining the average goal lead.
They can keep this up. They can keep.
Tới
this
Arabica,
going.
tới Arabica
In
theo
terms of
cậu
the
về.
league standings, I believe it is Stamina on top of Team Max, which is also one of the reasons why
Just
Max
looking
is being
good.
so
Nhưng vậy là draft looking good.
And so as well,
Nhưng
yeah,
tôi
if
đang
let's say
là
that
draft looking good.
Team Max actually wins this game, they, I think, qualify to the 3rd place, giving them a much better positioning in the playoffs.
Definitely, this is going to be very important for them because this is their tournament lives on the line as well, right? The first, second place is still very reachable for both these teams in the second part of this tournament.
Ooh, Meteor taking a lot of damage here. But yeah, second part of the tournament, especially in the playoffs, the better you position yourself, maybe you meet a weaker team. There's no weak teams in the playoffs.
there's no weak
For
teams.
sure, but maybe you position yourself into a better matchup, for example.
Whoa, Shimo is just unreal, dude. He actually got the camp in a 1v3 situation.
That's the power of the Ata here. Strong healing in the early game and really beefy boy. And if you are mispositioned, he may bring you back towards his towers here. Oh, Jeff does get the cap.
It's not looking good, man. Max is just outplaying Stamina in every sense.
Oh my god,
of
đây là
the
ta
word,
bro,
right?
đây là ta
Because
Shimo is
they're
kind of
taking
crazy.
camps, they're getting
My
the
guy
last
just
hits
did
as well.
phi tăng, man.
And Stamina, once again, they're starting the game off on a back foot because as time goes, the goalie naturally goes into Team Max.
Oh yeah, but still, we need to
Yeah.
see how Stamina Esports play the game later on when Fate starts ramping up. these
Hey.
items here. It's really like
Looking
he
good,
went
bro.
back
Looking
to the
good.
last
Looking good,
series.
bro.
Early game, not their strongest suit, but when 2 items, 3 items start scaling.
Sometimes you don't need many to be able to perform, man.
Okay, but Zing is giving good value here.
Oh, mid lane though, you
Okay.
see a mirror domain being popped coming in by Kitty here. NRVX and also Kitty both exchanging their ultimates in this play.
that was a nice play. It's actually just a bait, right, to buy time. Very nice play. NRVX actually gets that, and with that, Star King here forced to move away. And I was talking about Zing playing well because he's actually using a bit of farewell to stop the goal. But nice freeze coming in with the box saved by PHY as well. With that, we'll make it out safely.
With that, has to burn the flash and also a board to escape for safety here. So that's going to be key cooldowns unavailable for Stamina in the next.
Ai should be safe before phone tí à, hero lên chân chân em nào bay thêm một tí đây.
So NRVX is actually doing well.
Mùi mùi quay the farm đó.
Keeping close in terms of the goal, even though he's not technically an assassin jungle.
Yeah, and he's
Objective
actually getting a lot
spawn,
of value as well
bye.
from the trades, from the damage output. I would have to say, Yangjin is one of the key junglers in this patch to actually look out for if you're playing rank or peak tournament.
Tyrant
This is definitely
Overlord.
one of the heroes that you need to pick up.
very much so, right? He has insane damage output and lifesteal, but NRFX not looking too good at this point. It's just going to be a deterrence play from the side of Kitty.
They're just getting the prior back in towards their pockets here and consistently seeing Chiggery.
Yeah, maybe because of the sugar level,
in the bot lane, making sure that Jeff doesn't get the 1v2 discomfort from the Fate and also Zing combination.
Yeah, I like this rotation here. Actually feeding gold directly into the hands of Kitty as well, as they mount a 3-man defense against aggression and stamina esports. Not gonna have too much free damage, and look, the rotations have started. They already know Shigiri can get a big freeze here with the ultimate as well. Will have to burn a pass if they can do enough damage, but no, they will not. So PHY walks away unscathed for a little bit, will be forced to TP back home.
Actually, it's pretty worth right coming in from Stamina Esports. PHY still has the passive, still has the flash, still has the board. So coming in towards this next play,
Team Max
might be in a bit of a danger here, especially if you're Chiggery.
Yeah, and they will make it back on time. That's the most important thing, right? So there is going to be a potential of a contest for the 4-minute tyrant here.
Yeah, with players starting
là cái ngày món tha lý trang nhà lòng.
on towards his own buff here, and this is the T-Max timer, right? They love to play these objectives and they love to fight around these objectives here. So far, no contention coming in from NRFX. NRFX has no smite for this objective.
Oh my god, bro. There's no contest, man.
It's insane. Star King did not actually use his Unbridled Outburst. I thought he was gonna let loose there, but they're looking for a better moment.
Hey.
Esports, and this might be the one. Hang on. Falling a little bit too
low.
Nice catch by the side of Shimo to pull them under turret range, but here comes the destined encounter as well. They're falling a little bit low. The shield does come in.
Chắc bạn tha nó vì admin no contest vì no contest vô mà.
That would be a good trade, and NRFX does get it.
Very big win coming in for Stamina
Again,
Esports.
very below though.
And the Zero Golem from the hands of a jungle assassin is one of the key and crucial points to limit Kitty in all those plays here. So
2 monkey, trời 2 monkey bro, who's monkey?
Fate was also suppressing Jeff in that 1v1 matchup.
I like this. This is a much better, much stable Stamina Esports in game number 2.
It is, and you check out the goal lead as well. NRFX is currently leading the charge in terms of every single player in this game, and an interesting build as well. The blazing.
He got an ult, bro. Yep. No way, he's not ulting.
There is Unbridled Outburst. There is still the passive. The flash is burned by the side of PHY, but on the backlines, Kitty was looking for the mirror domain. Unfortunately, they will not hit their mark here, and with death will come in as a potential catch. But with the setup, it's not going to be possible. Stamina Esports, they are looking for something else in the mid. Shimo
okay,
has
bro.
to give quite a bit of his health bar to stop the aggression from Stamina Esports.
But Stamina Esports, they are not done with it yet. They are wanting to look for a specific engage on towards the Crimson Golem, but they do get the pickup kill on towards Star King.
Yep, that's big, because it's Fate who got the first blood. This is going to be valuable gold going in. And right now, there will be a 2,000 or close to 1,500 gold advantage going to the side of Stamina.
It's looking so comfortable for Stamina here, and NRFX has been one of the key anchors in this game in dictating some of the big plays coming in for the team here. And right now, he's sitting comfortably, matching levels with Jungle Assassin, giving Fate the room that he needs to start dictating this cycling pressure on this parley.
Yeah, lovely, right?
Thôi mà lấy đi pẹ cả na attack speed mấy ấy chứ quay lươn mà.
This is exactly what Stamina needs to be doing, and
tầm miền 7 chương hay spark for chứ quay liền lươn đấy.
And we can check out the gold chart and itemization once again. NRFX 5.2k leading the pack by a lot here, and Jeff not.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Really behind on these itemizations.
Would you think it's a bit of a deficit to go for the Eternity Blade first?
Not really. In this game, where you have so many bodies coming in from the side of Stamina, you have the Yang Jin, you have the full tank Byron. If you still go, the
cannot. Give up my cat, bro. It's a Tachang fight right there.
So going in for this build on the Eternity Blade, going in for the Master Sword, that makes more sense.
Right, they're gonna give it a try.
Maybe just placebo, man.
Enough at this point. Here comes the board. They didn't get the kill. Hang on, Stamina.
Yeah, it's okay. We get kill.
The save comes in from Star King. Nice freeze.
We win this fight already, no? Oh,
the main damage dealer on the side of Stamina will be
nice catch.
It's a great escape. Jeff uses
okay, wait, commit. Hello.
He gets the damage in, but it's not enough. When you told me that Chiggery could land a spell 2 on a flying
bay mấy đợt chán hay mấy đợt chán hay rồi còn mấy đợt ban kill bán.
That is crazy stuff coming in from Team Max mid lane here, which gave them the advantageable lead in that team fight, but in terms of goalie, is slowly but surely scaling back into the pockets of stamina here. 2,000 healthy.
I don't know, man. I feel like somehow Sokhmai gonna increase the amount of attack Clash lane, bro.
As we see towards the mid game here, NRVX still getting that side lane lead.
Yes,
here,
it
pushing up
is.
the lead, giving control over this Overlord here, and we do see a free Overlord being picked up here, but goalie still stands in the favor of stamina.
Which is kind of cool because 2 objectives and still they don't have the goalie. Shimo taking a
Oh
huge
my
amount
God.
of damage.
Oh
Had to
my
give
God.
A bit more of his life here at the defensive.
Oh, why this
comes in
elite
to
is so much
save the
away, bro?
members from a dire situation on the side of Stamina Esports.
That's a good
Why
point.
it is a
It's
lead,
good
there's
point
so much
to actually
damage, man.
stay out of that situation here. So right now, in this current marker here, as we slowly but surely approach the 10th minute mark, Kitty's pressure is starting to amount to a very high level. If Kitty can find the Assassination on Fate, then maybe that's
Ban
the
điệt, ban
play that
rẹt điệt.
Yeah, but then it opens up the doors for NRVX, right? They can take him down, that'll be huge. But
Cannot,
NRVX has
cannot,
a level
cannot.
advantage against Kitty. In fact, he has a level advantage against everyone on the side of Team Max. So until they call this problem, Stamina should have the advantage.
Yeah, he's having a massive
Ai.
game here on the hands of NRVX, controlling good jungle resource.
Bro, like I legit need the BL and Arcana for this one. I'm interested, bro.
Now. And you can see there's no proper side lane heroes coming in for the side of Team Max, which lets this early let loose in the side lane here. No one can realistically
គេមាន frenzy ផងពិបាកតែចៃអូ frenzy មាន frenzy ណាលះលះអត់ frenzy អូ
around, but he needs to get that super godlike prison again.
អាលីខ្ញុំលេង4 5មួយ game ខ្ញុំលេង frenzy ទាំងអស់ណាខ្ញុំមិនដែរលេង frenzy អូណា
He didn't even use his frenzy there.
Yeah, that's just easy pickup here coming in from the stamina farm lane.
ចង់និយាយថាឃើញអញ្ចឹងណាតែគេយ៉ាងជៀនគៀបរហូតណា you see this game bro look at this យ៉ាងជៀន fucking គៀបចោលយ៉ានេះ
Towards that shadow objective.
yeah
Timing is of the essence here. All they need to do is to take the T1 here. They're pushing the members on.
Hey, 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 hey,
From
hey.
the board as well.
That's
Used
nice,
by
bro.
NRVX, But he's alone. The freeze comes through. Shigiri changes the whole fight. They lose the T1 in the mid. But can they finish this big moment? Stamina once again with them. Another
4v5 bro 4v5 4v5 no ching by the way no ching by the way
shutdown. So Stamina Esports, can they maintain
ក៏ the moment I
control?
see យ៉ាងជៀនចូលមិញដល់ GG បាត់ហើយព្រោះមិញបានអ៊ុលចាំងហ្វៃរុញ clear ទៅអស់ហើយ fucking free win ហើយតែយើងដាច់ tower អត់មានបានអីមកវិញណានិយាយមែន team fight មិញ
Due to the play just now that we do see NRVX and with that
យ៉ាងជៀនចាំងក៏ is pretty strong since last patch មែន yeah strong ដល់2 patch មុន
going into the box of stamina
តាំងពេលគេ reverse ក៏និយាយរួមតាំងគេ reverse វាខ្លាំងមកតាំងកាលហ្នឹងមក
And there was no better timing, right? This is the shadow variant as well. Jeff's gonna take up the healing view, get the T1 at the bottom, and slowly you will see that 3K goalie start to dwindle down.
Yeah, it's not looking good for either of these teams here. Max, I don't see a very strong late game marker here. Jeff does skill pretty well, but you're against the early here that could potentially block projectiles here. So they are in both an equal footing right now. If Max Chigiri can consistently get these freezes in, then
like somehow they like team Mac need to end before fucking playing team and they need to end around like 5 10 6 năm team Mac man
A bit more safe. They're gonna catch Shimo out, but he does have the Dragon Rage. He will have quite a bit of sustain with the shield coming in from Star King as well. Not much damage can be done. Border to be laid down.
bả lên nha Kitty đó lên game bả lên nha
In the meantime, Fade finds his target, which is going to be Jeff. So there's no more damage.
lên game họ tới nãy cái gọt cho lắp chó này tao lý của bay tránh này
Which means NRVX, he gets the Azure Golem for free.
Free Azure Golem, HP bars being chunked down, and they have prime access over to this Shadow Overlord here. But we do see Star King wanting to
wait
put
what they
in
wanna
some
do what bro Stam nãy
mobility
trong thế
to check the vision here.
Wait,
Whoa.
Zing is gonna be taken down. They can't take the Shadow Overlord. Jeff is gonna
Long
use his
all.
ultimate to run away. At the same time, Star King, he's
Star King này anh.
He needs to run away. NRVX unable to find the finish.
no damage no damage dealer no damage dealer hello no damage dealer
Found Jeff on the back lines. It's a 1-for-1 farm for Rome.
em ngoan ba đây bên đây chết ở hay chỉ cái on mà na chơi mấy sao chia mui Kitty mấy gọt miền đây này bro quá
Getting assassinated by Fade in that backline here. Fade is playing a really good game up early here. Although they did lost Zing in the start of team fight here, but the superior positioning.
wait thought we this draft we supposed to play early yeah no
Make more work against the Max team.
I like this growth. NRFX is showing that they will not give up.
Giang Chien give pressure យើងរហូតមកចូល free.
And they definitely need to. They need to maintain their position as top 3 in the current league standings.
Well, they have your challenge
Master
right now,
Sword.
which is Max against Stamina Esports. Whoever wins gets a better positioning in the playoffs.
No.
Right now, for Stamina Esports, they need
It's okay,
to
no.
the series to a 1-1 first. They have the Shadow Overlord. They have the 3,000 goal lead here. This is their push. This is their time to grow and expand the lead.
Oh no, it's not looking good. They have them on the backlines as well. Jeff will take the life of with Death, but it's going to be traded for Kitty. And our
cannot, Kitty cannot.
It's going to be huge for the side of Team Max, but Stamina is the one in
early
control.
មកកាត់បើយ៉ាងជៀន invade ដល់ក well that's the point like draft នេះយើង supposed to លេង pressure គេ early not ឲ្យគេ pressure យើង we supposed to pressure them យើងអ្នកត្រូវលេង not them លេងប៉ុន្តែយើងលេងយើងធ្លាក់ចូល tempo គេឲ្យគេនេះរហូតឲ្យគេនេះរហូត
They found the problem. They fixed it
Okay.
right away. That's a T3 under pressure as well. Another ball laid down. They still can't get fade. They give the life of NRFX for this, but I think it's worthwhile because take a look at what's left on the side of Team Max. Only the T3s. The one
ចានិយាយថាយើងវាយបានខៀលប៉ុន្តែយើងអត់ដែរចំណេញទេដោយសារគេបានគេបានខៀលគេបាន objective យើងបានតែ kill អត់មានបានអីទាំងអស់
Does have enough damage to probably defend the last remaining turret in the mid lane. That's a very slow.
bad trade
a bit of a good news here coming in.
it's not even a trade yeah
At the very least, those high grounds are not looking to stay for long.
It's definitely not. Right now, they have to try.
Wait, where is bro? Where is bro? Where is bro? Where is bro?
This Shadow Tyrant, but the rest of the members are losing their life. There is no passive for the side of Star King. It's a rampage.
Where is bro? Hello?
Finally showing up, and this is a perfect time to do it.
Why bro? God be DC.
For the next 30 seconds here, and with the only wave here available being Max Jiggery, this is not going to be an easy defense coming in from Team Max.
Cannot.
Stall
how?
Remaining lanes.
Stall how?
They are looking for these towers.
No, they can't do it. This is a
Stall how?
in the mid taken down, and this is an open.
Fucking Yang Chien all Byron tank bro. Like what can they do? Look. Watch. Byron Yang Chien អំក្បាលចូល
This has to be it for Stamina.
Pop.
Yeah, looking for the potential end here. We do see the board being laid down here. We see an infinite facet
Yep.
going into the steam.
What can Ching do?
Taken down. No free
Look at that, bro.
available.
Look at
Only
that.
Star King left. There is no one left to clear the waves. This has to be game for Stamina.
Look at that, bro.
All they have to
Look
do
at
is
that.
Take care of Shimo and Star
Look
King.
at that.
But the
Look at that Byron, bro. Look at that Byron. He's
Shimo
tanking the
is
tower, bro. Look at
They
him.
will get Star King as well. Godlike for the side of Fate and Ace, and the minions will seal the journey for Stamina Esports. Game number 2 will go in their hands.
Clean pickup towards the early and NRFX on this Yang Jian here. They've been really crucial in these team fights.
It's so sad, bro. No, I don't want baby, bro.
His board has been consistent
Babe.
in digesting these team fights. And I gotta say, this is looking like we have a series on our hand here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Gonna take a deep
This is crazy, bro. They ban jungle ទាំងអស់ and they win, bro.
right now. What a comeback from Stamina Esports. We were asking, okay, is this tank the formula for NRFX? And NRFX
We lost.
Okay, bet. We are gonna go with the. He's not really an assassin.
Yeah.
But,
They ban ដៃ jungle សុទ្ធយកមក4 hero jungle they ban, bro. Crazy.
Towards him, he's either diving the backline, assassinating members of Chiggery, or chunking out health bars coming in from Jeff's lung. But man, I gotta say, Fate's really clean on that early here, getting consistent kills on towards the backline, sniping down Jeff on that lung as well. I gotta say, this game, even though it was game 1, they're really in it to win it.
Yes, it is, and I'm really proud of Fate's performance because Fate, I don't think he's had his shining moments just yet with Stamina Esports. But
Yeah, that sound good, but at the same time, don't worry the security between that. And when shit happen on which on either of the device gonna go boom, man.
It means that Dole is still up and available for them to
Our Chang got too much spotlight. Yeah.
maybe we see like a Dole.
I know, man. That game มันយើង just លេងខុស
Dole, a Gudo. These are
Hey, what do I know?
that Stamina Esports
I don't know anything. I'm sorry. ខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែជា fan និយាយជាមួយនឹងការអត់ប្រាគ្រូសូមអធិស្ឋាន
there is a potential for that.
if let's say
ប្រូរង come back hello ប្រូរង កុំ comment come back bro live video កាត់សក់ hello hello
Keys at this point, but Stamina
Hello.
What a game. Look at the damage. Both Fade and NRFX This one is the kind of results we want.
Just so you guys know មុនហ្នឹង bro ក្នុង DC គាត់ថាបើ team make ចាញ់គាត់កោសក់ bro លើ
players here, and I gotta say, thus far in this game number 2, you can see from start to finish, it was really in control of stamina. They know their itemization power spikes, they know how the team fights.
បងបុលតា
And it's super crazy because I feel like based on what's happened in this second game, with Dev, or rather the entirety of Stamina Esports, they were kind of baiting out Chigiri.
យ៉ា យើងមិនហ៊ានអញ្ចឹងឯងយើងទៅចាំងក្រោយ team make មកកើតហ៎
Next Future Prison actually has to be laid down. You can see, okay, nice ultimate on.
មើលគេ
Consistent DPS always lies on
យ៉ា
Fate always out damages the enemy because Low doesn't do as much DPS compared to an Arlo.
The fact they got Kitty down means the backline is extremely safe. And the instant movement from NRVX in a couple of the next fights as well to jump on the Chigiri, all of the defensive positions were all gone.
And these are the few moments that we see that Max gets systematically taken down. They were forced
ធ្វើអីចាញ់ bro ធ្វើអីចាញ់
with the minions piling in, they have to stall their bodies to actually move forward in clearing the waves, which led to
មើលអា3ហ្នឹងខាង tower តាំងពីពេលចូលវាយដំបូង Look at him bro he don't die bro.
Yeah, the target prio has been extremely potent from the side of Stamina Esports, and of course MVP, the guy that deserves it all, Fate 7-1 and 3, 31% of the team's
អេអាលី MVP
really well done coming in.
31% damage down crazy
Dropping once in the entirety of the chaotic game, constantly having enemy heroes like the Jing looking at him, but he really made it work. And like we mentioned here, when he played the side lane on this early, he was practically unstoppable.
Yeah, no, the craziest part
maybe
is we didn't even see
Tại vì
him
đã khinh
go
chạp
for
lê
the
à Leo.
kills that many times. He had the kills off screen. Even
Yeah.
our OB got caught off guard.
Yeah, he was just consistent.
So
on
far
his
we đã
DPS.
khinh lên rồi.
His goal is like, hey, as long as I don't drop in these team fights, I'm definitely gonna out DPS the enemy out in, and that's what exactly he did in that game, which prized him the MVP and Game 2's victory.
Đấy, chậm mới xin, chậm mới.
Right now, Stamina tying the series with their opponent's T-Max in a 1-2-1 score. The next game is gonna be extremely important. It's either T-Max getting back the momentum from that loss in Game 2, or Stamina gets back-to-back wins and push it to a game series win.
We will see. We will see. One of these teams will get the 3 points either way, but the fashion in which they do it is going to be really interesting as we head into game number 3, right? Then we really need to revisit the drafts. What is this game plan? Youngjen is a great fighter jungler. The next candidate we have is the Awkward. Is that going to be up for grabs for NRVX?
So we did see that NRVX played a really good game on towards the Youngjen. So heroes similar to a Youngjen that's both fighter and also very strong in brawling. I think Pei is one of the candidates, definitely. Ogren is also one of the candidates that could possibly go for those builds. And if let's say you consider Tank Build Assassin as a bruiser, sure, a lot of these assassins can be used by NRVX in the jungle as well. So it really comes down to his personal hero mastery and how he actually plays these heroes in these drafts.
Maybe consider, let me see, what's a good hero I want to see? Maybe take a look at an Wukong. I don't know. We have not seen an Wukong in professional scene as well. But I feel like with NRVX's playstyle, he likes to go in for the one-shots. Wukong is that, like, the Monkey King is that guy.
The last time we see Wukong, it was on CY from Nova Esports here, and he's been gone from the roster for quite a while now, and we have yet to see a Wukong player for God knows how long here. So if we can see another Wukong or a different assassin in KML, like Kitty, right? He picked the Arca, so those are interesting picks that really elevate the entire scene of the pro scene.
Yeah, I think now is a good time to pull it out, right? Because if you do, it kind of messes with the heads because they're kind of soft guaranteed into the playoffs here. And now you, as a coach, you're kind of like, hey, he has this other hero. Do we really want to consider banning this hero, or it's an option for them to explore?
It is an option, right? It's either like, hey guys, do we hide strats since we're soft guarantee for playoffs, or we break their confidence here and we see what they have in store. So we break their confidence here, show their strats to other teams. They say,
soft guarantee but it's not guaranteed man.
Be wary of it.
Well, that remains to be seen, right? I want to see how deep this hero pool
Still
is
need to
with
see
Jungle
how
Department
Vicious
for Stamina,
doing,
because I feel like with the success of NRVX of having attention, it gives Fate so much space.
Oh yeah, I think definitely they need to prioritize the counters, especially for the hands of Jeff, in limiting Fade's approach. Because even last game when they lost, it wasn't really Fade's mistake. Fade was doing really well on the DRJ, constantly throwing out those tokens and dealing as much DPS as possible in the late game team fights here. So, in terms of the overall draft coming in towards that Team Max, you need to draft against Fade. Make sure Fade doesn't get a good game.
Easier said than done, I think. That's the biggest question now. And Team Max, they have suffered situations where they were placed on a difficult game. Right now, I want to see what does this mean for the resilience of Team Max? How did they deal with a loss?
Well, to find out, we have to see how they draft in this particular game itself. This time around, Stamina takes the blue side with Max taking on towards the selected red side. And the bans, Stamina is still back to their favorites here.
Stamina ban chẳng còn buồn đi đây.
The first start of the bans.
Yeah, I mean, we know you don't give Kitty that Luna. That is a big mistake. And Team Max now, they ban out the Dolia. So they are afraid of what Stamina Esports wants to offer. At the same time, the flex pick of Dolia is not something you want to entertain.
Yeah, you don't want to entertain things like could actually pair with the Dolia, the LA Dolia, the Yuhan Dolia.
But jungle ban again, yeah. Diamond K ban bone jungle again, so of course they're gonna do it again.
But I'm liking the approach that Team Max actually got in there. Like, okay, you pick the Dharma. What's a good mid-game counter towards the Dharma that scales even better than you? It's gonna be the Fatih.
And Fatih is right? He can go into the jungle.
Yeah,
so that's pretty scary for the side of Team Max. And we also have the #1 wave clear in the mid lane at the moment, the Haya. Chigiri, he's pretty good. Let's see what kind of damage he can do against them.
So many open.
Another big tank.
For me, this pick on towards side Chigiri needs to have a lot of voluntary plays. Need to be proactive. Find the first level 4 ultimate. Find the big targets here. As long as he can do that, he's gonna stack a lot of leads or opening momentum for his team pacing into 10-minute mark.
Yo, I like this pick coming in from Stamina. I think the coach has been doing a lot of homework. Imagine getting the Moonscape Mirage from the side of Chigiri, and KHY just needs to land the Silky Imprint, and that ultimate is gone in exchange for a skill 2.
If you can land it on time, right? If you can land it on time.
Yeah, once again, easier said than done. But we'll see.
Yeah, the pro players will do the pro things, and we casters will continue the yapping, right? We'll say like, hey, you can do this. But am I gonna do it? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna build the dream scenario for you, so there's expectations, and then you have to go and fulfill it.
Okay, sounds like an Asian parent telling the Dharma to do like a 5-minute mantra, man.
Okay, we'll see. Calm and composed, right? That's
good though, yeah.
Max will ban out the Lung here. They don't want to entertain that. Against the DMG here, Stamina is really concerned about potential.
But one thing's for sure, right? This DRJ is actually a very well thought of.
Stamina
has so many forms of engages that can be purified by the DRJ spell too.
Bạn lên pò, bạn jungle đấy, bạn lên pom đâu.
It lowers the options available for the side of Stamina, right? Without taking a risk.
Yeah, definitely here. So right now, we see the second phase of the pick and bans here.
Wow,
this is added insurance to its finest here. You have so many crowd control. You have the Dharma, you have the Lapu Lapu, you have the Shi. You pick the Zhuangzi to give full safety to Team Max carries here. So you're not afraid if you're Kitty, you're not afraid of Chigiri, or you're Shimo, or you're even Jeff.
But then do you really have enough defensive deterrence? I'm not sure, man. Stamina actually has quite a bit of pain in their lineup, right? You have the Flowball Marksman, you have the Fade, you have the Dharma as well.
I think this puts a lot of pressure, especially on towards the Shimo Fatih, if it goes towards him, right? It needs him to consistently be able to jump over on towards the backline to find Fade. If he can do it, sure, this comp is beautiful, it's perfect here. But to add into your worry just now that you mentioned that, is it enough defensive deterrence? You don't need defensive. They just say like, okay, let's just all jump in and look for the backline, and that's done to you. That's our game plan.
Yeah, I like this Musashi pick. I think this is a very smart pick coming in from the side of Team Max, right? With the added insurance on the Zhuangzi roam, look, Kitty can just die for free. He doesn't care. All Star King needs to do is to make sure that he's within range, which is a little risky because the duel to the death has a pretty long range.
He's going to be flying in with Shimo. Kitty Shimo, this duo will be consistently following the footsteps of Chiggery in finding those big markers here. And Jeff and Sarking, they're going to be left behind to wonder, like, okay, guys, where are you guys? All the way in. I'm just going to mind my own business to hit whatever I can hit in the front lines.
And I think the target prior for the side of Team Max is going to be pretty straightforward, right? I think Jigiri just goes straight for an RFX. Every time there's an objective fight, just get the fade out, right? So you don't get the JD5.
It's either the roam or the mid. I do feel like anyone is fine coming in for...
Hello.
Shigiri locks PHY. He's going to be an easy target for the side of Team Max to realistically pick off. Or you take Zing, remove the strong Lapu Lapu engage, and then you force a 4v4 outside of there.
Many options, many ways to play the game. So we'll see this early part of the game. Chigiri needs to make sure that he gets full value of the fast wave clear.
There we go. That's the fast wave we're going to talk about here, and he's immediately rotating himself towards that top lane here. Whipdef has to run away immediately. I don't think he actually realizes that Chigiri is behind him.
Yup, it's not going to be good. Flash for flash, but this time with Def, okay, he will make it out safely.
Actually, my concern. What? Wait, what? She was active minions!
What in the world? Stamina, that's the thing that you want.
That's not going to be a feels good scenario for Shimo here. And Chigiri also had to burn the flash in Clash Lane. That's going to be not the greatest of the options here for Sati Max.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Oh, don't worry, plus skin as well. Just billion skin.
Get a return kill and no, there's no way. Zing is too tanky for this.
They're too tanky for this, and also just casually grabbing all these resources available here. He's always threatening for potential steal, and so far in this early game, NRFX and team doing really well to widen that goal gap.
Wow, this is a completely different step. I like this a lot, and also with the lane freeze, Shimo is not having a good time, man.
Oh
He's
no.
not happy about this, man. Lane freeze is the perfect way to mitigate any sort of ganks coming in for your lane here. If you think like, okay, I have no flash, what can I do? Freeze the lane, wait for the jungle, clear up the wave, and then you secure yourself more gold for your jungle.
Chạy mà jungler nó bật cuốn cái tên nào cái C3 này lỡ cái vô minion lỡ mid vô minion khổ vô minion khổ.
Even of the sharing for the touch.
Jungler lên ai lên mấy tên nào cái vô bả này.
Yeah, no one is here right now. No one's positioning well to actually assist the team. Sarking is getting pulled in, double reel in, gets executed. Jaded.
Done
by the side of SDN.
Beautiful work from the Mexican squad here. This is going to be huge, and this is
ខ្ញុំនឹងមិនអស់ចិត្តលុត្រាតែគ្រប់ jungler អាចដើរយកគ្រប់ lane បាន
available for the side of Stamina to build a lead.
SDMN has been really aggressive on this map. Aside from the
game này យើងលេង slow
here, I gotta say,
game này we got ស្អីគេ chill pill
all of Star King's attempts in trying to swim his way around as it wants to.
Yeah, and this means Chigiri is not going to have an advantage. There's no way, even if he gets his Moonscape Mirage onto NR, or anyone for that matter, they will still be in a losing position.
That roam coming in from PHY, forcing yet another
regular jungle xa vô mấy cái chế bệnh mà ngọt thiệt.
He is not going to be allowed to escape this freely.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Max has to find something here.
Okay, hello? Hello? What?
Nervex!
Hello? What was that?
Accidentally came off from the wall, which allowed Kitty
Đừng lái á, hãy đặt lái.
And with the marksman being locked in.
Oh, that's nice, bro. Nice. That's nice early game. What the fuck was that? Hello?
Given a freebie, and they don't mess with this one.
Why phay mấy người đi man? What?
Stamina esports here. Although they did secure a very comfortable lead, all of that has been relinquished back to the control of Team Max.
Okay, definitely not ideal. Does it really hurt them? Get caught here.
That
he does have his ultimate to work with, but he will not use it in time. Has to give his life.
Cause and effect from the previous
it's okay. Only can play now. Only so close.
Oh my goodness, stop playing with my heart. NRVX, that was really scary. And now Team Max now has options to explore. This is going to be the 4-minute.
I don't know why that fight mình like lên young man. That's bad.
Situation is looking.
The death not gonna be nice for him, but Team Max they will have to take this loss. Stamina Esports, well done. While they have a little bit of blunders here and there.
Hết ấy ban internet nhưng đai đai năng
Someone
ngoài.
has to give Shimo a mental check after this game because
I close everything from who's there is still died man. I don't think it's my download bro. I don't even download bro.
They're looking for that opening here. Zing already drops down his raging sea. This
Yeah,
is going to be a huge amount of big ultimates used.
Vay khăng pe thằng nó thằng kia in đây.
Real target here.
Vay khăng pe cái vay Shimo khăng pe mà riêng vay cái khăng pe. Tha Shimo giống ngon mà đòn ấy bay đòn ấy. Yeah, bay đó ấy son bay.
PS4 has been really on point.
Another.
Some of the plays and especially.
Yeah, sư thì chấp tiền rồi. Nó sư son bay nó xì ạ. Sư thì cho chấp tiền rồi. Chị đâu lên rồi, ai Shimo farm cái nào rồi.
So Shimo has chosen to try and share the gold here. But PHY,
oh my god, bro. That's she.
This feels like the enemy Shi in my rankings. It's never my Shi.
Oh yeah, true. Because I'm the Shi.
Pay, sorry, like I fight lên like man. I don't know man. Like that guy doing I respect the make it tease on vậy man. Mà lên phở mà cho cái đá một kê dân.
This is a pre-10 minute overload, so not the biggest advantages to be had. But Team Max, they're trying to even out the scoreline here.
The towers though, towers are looking really good for Team Max. They got the bottom for free, and they are currently utilizing Jeff's D&J on their token to consistently chunk out the top lane turret as well.
This is good value, right? You need to be able to.
Trời ơi, món tờ lên game lấy chắp nó mong, bao nhiêu bảy bắt đấy chứ.
But over time, towards the later parts of the game, the goal will start to even out.
So far, goal-wise,
ê, admin hiệp chạm admin thử ấy here.
Maybe we piece ourselves to see how these two teams play, right?
Quay lại cho là hôn mỏ à.
It's the late game coming in from Fade. It's the double dive potential coming in
Can't do
with
that.
and NRVX.
Eh?
For Team Max, it's about
Why are you?
Always Fade, but gets immediately cancelled off.
There's no way. Chikiri will have to lose his life. No, the last hit, unable to be taken by the
flash mà.
But the catch potential comes in. Star King will be caught, but he is CC immune. He is a strong by the way. Can they finish him off?
What was that all? What was that all?
Some free nice hits, but on the backline, they see
Ôi phây troll lại.
Both mid lanes are playing hyper aggressive here. We saw the first fight being started off with Chigiri.
Yeah.
And trading flashes with Fade, trying to force him into the Moose Mirage.
Có một cái đạn trắng lọ là đứa chân mà vua chân này đã.
And then PHY comes in, forces the heal from the hands of Star King here. So both of these mid lanes are being really active.
Đã hard rate rồi.
Because they are the catalyst, right?
EWC là món đánh miên này, nó.
The start of a great fight. If Chikiri catches out
EWC là món đánh miên này.
Or even Fade before the fight starts, this is a huge advantage for Max.
EWC đánh miên không khơi. That.
No flash gets Jaden executed.
Ngoài bắt bên đây đi.
Okay, he does get the ultimate, but it just buys him some animation time. Meanwhile, in the mid T1, the aggression is going to be taken away. Kitty as well.
Okay.
Shimo, they're looking for an opening. They want to go in. It's not going to be enough damage here.
Yeah, là ba cái miên này, ba cái miên này.
We were saying that mid is the catalyst, but mid is also the easy access point coming in for both squads. So that's Chigiri and PHY both count at the same time. 4v4. And Tyrant is up and available once again, but seemingly both teams do not want to rotate towards it. They just want to mind their own business and look for as much structural damage as possible.
Yeah, because they haven't really seen where Kitty was just
Sorry,
now.
Now
he has been exposed. This could be a good time for the side of Stamina Esports to try something.
And patch lane wise, with that has to burn the flash after being stuck on by Jeff with the Crimson buff. So they do in fact get Chigiri again.
Trời ơi.
5 kills the 3 Stamina Esports with the Tyrant, but they can definitely take this T1 if they play their cards right.
Trời mà.
Wow! Life of PHY as well. Fade will have to use his flash, but a nice follow kill from the side of NRVX to get rid of Shimo. And this is looking good.
Oh my god, what was that? Musashi TikTok, bro, what the fuck?
One that is very valuable at this point.
Ah, damn.
Jungle Assassins have scaled into their prime marker here and finding their footing in these team fights here. PHY first caught off Chigiri in the mid lane with the Silky Imprint, and then we see Kitty immediately jumping on towards Tier.
ชอบเบสมวยโอล
baiting out the ultimate coming in from the Zhuang.
ชอบเบสบ้าได้มั้ยโอเคเบสโอล
Easy access in towards the back.
กามารา the fuck
Yep, he wants to go for the finish. Unable to find a finish onto Fade. He survives, and Kitty is so low. Used the blood rage to make sure that he survives.
ไม่น่าช่วยหัวยัย
Even with the
ใช่
catch,
ใช่
I don't think this is going to be a good
Yep.
time.
Oh,
but he
timing.
will be finished
Oh
off
my God,
in
bro.
quick
Crazy.
succession As NRVX gets another kill. NRVX is completely
Oh.
tearing them apart, and a rampage by Whiff on the backline as well. Everyone makes it out safely. They get the Azure buff in time for NRVX as well.
Oh, it was a series of play coming in from Stamina Esports here. NRVX baiting out the Zhuang's ultimate with the mobility here. And then Kitty jumps in, unable to get the execute kill on towards Fate, which led to Chigiri overextending against Zing. After that, the flank comes in from with that assassin Chigiri getting Kitty, which led to this moment. Uncontested Shadow Tyrant in towards the pockets of Stamina Esports.
Oh my God, bro. This is
Stamina Esports. This is a completely different team in this game number 3. They've taken the T1s in the mid and the bottom.
ชอบกันตีมาที่ไร
To finish the job at the top, and Max will be at a deficit. In fact, they already are at a deficit. This is a 4,000 goldie going to the side of Stamina Esports.
The growth of Stamina Esports through stage 1 and stage 2 needs to be learned, right? It needs to be like investigated. It needs to be like structurally studied, because the way that they improve from a new team to a current team challenging the top 4 of KML is just magnificent.
Yeah, and to make things really interesting, this is debut, right? I've never seen a debut team come into a league and wrestle for top 4.
That's exactly the case, right? Aside from potentially Visaka coming from IKL.
They have to try twice. This is the single time from Stamina Esports, so this could be the start of a monster team right from the get-go.
Perfectly said, right? I mean, it's sad to say that we don't have players like Sig coming in from Leviathan coming in for the season, but having Stamina coming in for the Mexican region here, coming in from the Outland and also Mexican qualifier is such a good one, but engage.
Nice.
Yep, they will not be able to get it. This is a huge team fight. They can't
one
finish the
down.
life of Shimo. That will be done. NRVX, he looks for more on the back line. That's a rampage, by the way, for NRVX. Right now, everything is looking good for Stamina Esports, but Max has a lifeline because they take
Oh, flash up. Hello? What is that?
The catch onto NRVX. I don't
What?
know
Where's the other camera? What the
He
fuck?
still has Pure Sky. He does pop it in the Moose game.
Yeah,
Going in for 1v1 against Chigiri.
How low?
He does come out, faces into a multiple level of damage. In the face of Fate, he gets a quick kill on towards Chigiri.
Yeah, they can't stop them right now. This 4,000 goldie is too big.
trời ơi, game này chán chán sao siêu muối.
At this point, they will do quick work of the Shadow Vanguards and the Shadow
That's
Overlord
crazy,
at the
bro.
And you have to take a look at the team composition, right? For the side of Max, you rely super hard on Kitty and Shimo to find the back assassinations here. But these two members has been consistently silenced out by members like NRVX, by members like PHY, constantly CC chaining them. And Fate is having a very smooth game on one of the strongest late game marksmen, which is the global marksman.
Yeah, he's melting all of the shields.
Can't
that's
joke
not
like that,
evolving to the team, right? And Shimo and Kitty
Might-
I feel like
might
they're
get-
kind of
might get
disconnected
banned.
at this point because PHY is doing such a good job of making sure the Silky imprints are making life so difficult for Team Max. They cannot coordinate properly.
He's been finding all the big plays here, I gotta say. Even if Chigiri pulls in someone into the Moonscape Mirage, Kizra is always waiting on the outer wings to pull Chigiri the moment he comes out.
Okay, I feel like this game is going to
Oi.
be epic unless they can end this.
Oi, oi.
Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
Kitty's being melted down and Fate is not even taking any damage.
That's a late game full-blown marksman. You use your double ultimate and you just gun down people from afar. But
Okay.
to your point, I don't think this game is going to Tempest Dragon. I think within the next 2 objectives, this game will be ending around 16 minutes.
We'll see. Right now we get the split push coming in from this side of With Def as well. There should be a free T2 at the bottom. In the meantime, Shimo, he wants to get the flag. They don't know he's here. He's gonna die.
Nice.
All goes to waste.
Oh.
What a nice
Oh,
one. This is
okay.
the time for Stamina Esports. They do get the pitch on the Star King as well. In the meantime, T2 at the right hand side, the bottom lane is gonna be taken as well. Max, they're falling apart and it's not looking good.
It's not looking good in the end towards the top side here. We do see Shimo with no flash trying to run away towards safety here, but the Flowball marksman unable to find the final snipe on towards the Fati here. But all the turrets are currently being in danger, being targeted. That's one tier 3 on towards the top lane. That's another tier 3 in towards the mid lane here.
Okay, it's looking hopeful. That 16-minute timer you're talking about is...
Oh,
Max, they are lost.
Backline from backline, hello.
Unstoppable streak from with that. This could spell game for Team Stamina Esports. Kitty, he tried his best.
Oh my god, this guy still survived. Holy shit.
And somehow though, Max does turn this around. They survive for the time being, but this is a barren base.
Wow, that was a beautiful flank coming in from Kitty. The fact that he assassinated both Fade and PHY allowed this game to be fully extended here. I cannot imagine if, let's say, Fade survived that and he had all the DPS in the world to actually stunlock and DPS down on Kitty or Shimo here. But with that play, on a losing position, they still managed to get this Shadow Tyrant that they desperately need to find a comeback angle in towards this game 3.
Is it gonna be enough to hold? Right now, there's still like T1s. Okay, they do get the catch in the mid. Shigiri uses his
Camera chấp lờ ní lỗ chứ lỗ nhỉ. She's okay we get kill after this. Oh.
Fade is here with the arrows.
No, not enough, bro. Not enough.
No need to over-aggress. End of the day, when the dust settles, Stamina Esports still has the advantage.
Maybe this is actually what they need here, kid. They are seemingly more aggressive and confident in taking some of these team fights here. And we need one more of these big plays coming in from Kitty or Shimo, then maybe Max can push this game into a Tempest Dragon angle. But for now, with minion waves marching in towards all 3 lanes that is pressuring Team Max, this objective on the Shadow Orb looks to be an easy pickup for the side of Stamina Esports.
Yeah, I don't think they can do it here. It has to be a quick one for the side of Stamina Esports. They will secure it. No need for the ultimate. They will use the just basic attack from Fate to secure this resource for themselves. Now, the ball is in their court for the side of Stamina Esports.
Shimo finding a potential flank opportunity on
Jeffrey
Fade.
Pope.
There's still 15 seconds on the clock before Fade actually gets back his flash. And our backs are in a dangerous position here, buddy.
Okay, but the flag is available. Kitty does know where the team is at. Right now, they're looking for the catch. Not going to be founded by the side of Stamina Esports. They can play patient.
Lên được early game mà si siêu món. Vì mình nghe đi đó ba, vì mình nghe.
They have casted it all the way towards the top side here. We might see a high ground defense.
Mơ position boss sư mà bữa đây ở dân chấp sủa sủa kì.
Hail Mary push coming in from Stamina Esports here, but both of it will lead to a game-winning fight.
Yeah, it's all about the setups here. With Death, if he gets a very nice ultimate, they force the start.
Nè, flash chấp sư nó phọc hơn rồi.
Shigiri gets caught out.
Chấp sư nó hắn cà ra.
On the side of NRVX and Fade, they will try to melt the lifeline.
Yo, I think it's slow enough for it. Chị cho Splendor. Oh my god, mà đàm mà. Team backline still low, can do it now. Tết thời mình là mới tia mua rồi nè bọc tia hả? Tết is okay á, bài rồi.
They don't want to overtake though because the base is going to be taken by the Overlord at this point. Max has the defend.
They can still hold on towards their base here. The dream of the Tempest Dragon that you mentioned is still up and alive for Team Max.
แต่สำคัญlà lấy team fight khỏi có bả đó bên flash bên đi không? Đúng không bên flash không? Mấy nó flash họ chạm vô không?
The members of Stamina isn't able to withstand the double dash competition coming in from side Team Max.
Yeah, like Shimo and Kitty are just surviving too hard. They're surviving too much, right? Fade is offering the damage with the arrow storm, but it's not enough. The lifesteal value coming out from Shimo has been insane.
Yeah, and this is pre-buff Fati as well here, and he's already such a strong late game power force coming in towards these at the 18-minute marks of the game here. As we slowly approach the 20-minute mark of the game here, Tempest Dragon, 3 lanes down. This is not an easy feat if Team Max wants to look for a comeback potential.
I mean, at this point, it's guaranteed.
Oh
right?
my god, Team Backline.
It's a Tempest game unless they go on to Whiff Death. They won't be able to get him down though. He does not have his flash, but he does have his first kill.
Just casually walking out of that dangerous position, utilizing the 2 stacks of the Formless's mantra here. But take a look at NRVX here. He's looking. He's trying to see if there's any opportunity to punish Shimo before he spawn on the next objective.
Well, not going to be possible at this point. Prior positioning coming in from Fade.
Not easy to one-tap this.
Right now, NRVX, he will use his ultimate. So the JD5, they get it as well. Unable to find a catch on the Shimo. That would have been great for the side of Stamina Esports. They're looking to be the deterrent. They have the Tyrant buff in hand for the next 80 seconds on Stamina.
But this is just gonna be another Tempest dance that's gonna be up in the next 30 seconds here. They also have the influence of the Primal Bond in affecting their immediate take on the Tempest Dragon later on. So right now, they're once again coming over this high ground here. All three waves hasn't been shoved consistently here. They have to wait for the next upcoming wave that will be traveling from the mid part of the map.
Oh my god, the flash up team, bro, crazy.
Shigiri uses the Splendor.
Flash.
Looking for the catch onto NRVX.
Chưa got flash, flash
So
man.
this
Hello.
is going to be a soft guarantee that Stamina should have prior over the Tempest Dragon if Max holds the defense here.
They seem to be wanting to go for more and more aggressive plays here, but they're signaling the back. They want to collect the jungle resources in the base of Team Max and then look for the potential Tempest Dragon here. Welcome to another Tempest Dragon game between both SMTN and also Team Max.
Yeah, final showdown at this point. They're going to try
Hey,
and use the ultimate.
final all.
That was a little bit too premature, I feel. But there's quite a bit of damage coming up from Fade onto the lives of Star King. In theory, this is a guaranteed Tempest for Stamina Esports.
Unless Max finds a cheeky pick. With
I don't think
Shigiri
it's guaranteed
or
that, bro.
Shimo before the Tempest actually starts here. So right now, every minute will spell doom for Team Max as minions will start getting stronger and stronger as time goes by.
You're not supposed to get this. This is the MO for the side of Stamina Esports. If they somehow lose this, Max can turn this whole game around.
Well, we do see the initial setup here coming in for both of these squads here, with minion waves being occupied by both of these side lanes. Team Max slowly but surely trying to move in towards this Tempest Dragon pit. Stamina Esports, just like the name suggests, they can play it slow, they can play time. Minions will be the death doors of Team Max if they fail to notice that.
Oh, phải lên bọc tea, phải lên bọc tea.
It's not looking good. Shimo
Phải lên
is
bọc tea.
falling a little bit low, but the base is under threat. This movement by NRVX is pulling
Phải lên
them
bọc tea
all
hay rồi
out.
thêm
This
mau
is a
bên.
guarantee. Stamina
Yeah,
really
mình tạo
working
team
on
vay để
Tempest
mau bên
Dragon.
với vô
Max
mà.
has to back off. There is no way to seal this, right?
Yeah, good rotation here coming on for the side of the
Vay
NRVX.
to nè.
He makes
For
sure that
minute
the
bọc
wave
à.
is constantly being pushed in, and with the Hardened Jade Seal here, this is a soft guarantee of this Tempest Dragon.
Yeah,
Yep,
there's
it's
no way.
gone.
It's gone. NRVX, this is the time to turn it around. Stamina Esports, they faltered in the first game. They came back in game number 2, game number 3. Right now, third time's the charm. Can they do it?
Okay.
They get
Ah,
that
this is
one
enough
together,
though.
And that's gonna be time for the side of Stamina Esports. They don't have to get the kills here. It's all
Cái
about the
tí
wave.
chop tiệt.
As long as they keep the
Oh
minion
my
waves
god.
alive, they will
Nice,
be able to
nice,
win the game.
nice.
Kitty is down as well. Chigiri
Nice.
uses his ultimate to
Oh,
try and
yeah,
save on
chop,
time.
chop, chop.
Somehow, Max are
Oh
holding
my
the
god, bro.
lifeline.
Please, please,
Are not
please,
gonna be
please.
staying for long. Nice setup by the side of Zing on the Lapu Lapu Raging Sea.
Oh my god.
Taken down. No more damage available on the side of Team Max. This should be game.
No.
All they have to do
Bro,
is
no,
take
no,
the
bro,
crystal.
bro. Shimo, please.
No more lifeline for you. And with that,
GG.
they get an ace. So this is game number 2 for
Trời ơi,
Team
chờ
Stamina
flash đánh
Esports.
tam mà nhá.
What a
Đo
way
từ đó
to
đầy
end
clay
this
mà
game
nhá,
three.
đo.
The team fights. How many Sage Sanctuaries, how many Destinies, how many item slots went through the entire duration of the team fights here? I don't know the number. All I know is yes, that's a lot of itemization slots here. And this game, with resilience coming in,
Crazy.
both teams pushes it into a Tempest Dragon once again. These two teams, none of them want to be 4th place. They all want to fight for that 3rd place spot.
For sure, definitely. That scoreline is going to be very important, right? But I think, you know, both teams also want to wrestle to the point where we're not going to allow you an easy game. I'm not expecting any more quick games. I'm expecting next game to go Tempest as well.
That's a really early prediction here, Kin. But yeah, judging from this two team, the way they brawl, the way that they trade the map, the way that they somehow always bumble in the high ground when they have a humongous lead, yeah, maybe we get another Tempest Dragon in game 4.
I think it's well deserved, right? Having the Fade, I think this is exactly what the game plan was. And unfortunately for them, because based on what we know, the Musashi is meant to be the straight up counter against Fade. but there was no follow-up. Shimo could not keep pace. Jeff was nowhere near close to where he needs to be in the team fights. So that's one of the core reasons why they found so much success on the side of NRFX on his fate.
I think this also goes back to the main thing, right? Where PHY and with Death made it such a difficult game for Shimo to actually play. Prior to the 4th minute mark, Shimo had like what? 3 devs, and all of it came from with Death and PHY.
Yeah, and like that 2v1 situation.
Oh my god, need to come back with 2 games back to back, bro.
That was really painful. Chigiri burned the flash, saved his clash lane, but Shimo still died to the minions.
Yeah, they had a potential comeback though. The pre-10 minutes, from the 4th minute all the way until the 10th minute, there were a couple of nice plays coming out from the side of Team Max, but it was so difficult to capitalize the lead because they couldn't handle the backline. It was completely exposed. Shimo could not enter the fights, and when you have a lack of damage there, and when StarKing is out of his ultimate, there is no more defenses for you.
And you can see these plays coming in from Kitty here. The moment that Fate is all up and available in the backline, he's like, okay guys, no one's defending this poor soul in the front line, let me do it for you.
Yeah, I think they did figure out a couple of win conditions. Kitty actually changed his targets to go into Fate instead, and that saved them for the game for a little bit of time, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it really wasn't enough, and most of these times, I do think that StarKing on the Zhuangzi, the trigger discipline needs to be mastered once again, because I feel like the butterfly effect from this pick has been utilized too hastily.
I mean, they did all the item swaps. This was the most intensive item swap moment I've seen so far in a long time in global HOK esports, right? So the fact that Seven still got the win off of all of these item changes, I think it's well deserved for a win as we head into game number 4, I believe.
Yes. I think this is the beauty of having young players or players that actually have so much experience in HOK. It really comes down to the point where item swaps in late game really matters the most. But let's give our MVP Dharma on the hands of STM and with that, some props. 506 KDA, 20% damage dealt, 23% damage taken, and 16.4k total gold. He was everywhere from day 1 early game all the way to day 0 in terms of the late game department.
Yeah, every single player stepping up, right? This is the cool part. Like game number 2, Fate stepped up. Now game number 3, with Dev stepped up. NRFX also stepped up with the hero choices as well. So this is looking like a okay, I don't think comfortable is the word. I think this is a good lead to have. We'll finish the series off right after this break.
Break 3 นาที បាទ break នេះមិនមែនដូច break ទេគាត់ 3 នាទី
Which path to take alive in life.
27 can khỏi nữa 27 Phục mơ hỏi kìm mơ cho nên ai mơ pi giảm tranh chẳng pi. Ôi, trời tiền pro cổ say ơi. Bây giờ ta phải chụp mơ cho nên pi đã chụp cái này với nha. Rồi cả tham một ball bị xe.
So this is really exciting because this once again puts us in the same position as the second series of the day. Right now, this could be history in the making.
Mấy dân còn đã trôi chất nè, đã về còn trôi chất lên dù du chân bài.
This could very well be a strong run in KML. Oh yeah, definitely shown a lot of improvements. And you told me honorofkings can't play jungle assassins. That doesn't seem to be the case. His play was pretty lit that game.
Yep, I'm okay with being wrong, right? I am happy that I'm wrong at this point. Right now, all they have to do is to win one more game. But Team Max, you know them. They're not going to allow that to happen that easily, if at all.
But so far, when we look in towards the pick and bans that has been structured coming in for the side of Stamina Esports, they've been consistently shutting down Kitty really well by target banning the jungle pool. So if you're on Team Max coaching staff, you might be wondering, should I increase the priority of Kitty's heroes in the first phase to avoid all the heroes being banned away in the jungle pool?
But if you do that, you open yourselves up for the potential counter pick, right? That is the trade-off, right? If you want to lock in your jungle early, you open access into big bans and big picks coming up from Stamina Esports as well.
Which is true, right? And let's check out the current global ban pick situation here. For picks that the teams has already been selected, you can no longer use it in this BO5. Judging from the fact of SDMN right now, that's a lot of heavy investment towards that farm lane room.
Yeah, they don't have the Young Gen combination as well. They're looking for a tank jungle. I think they're looking at a potential... maybe looking at an... No, Agudo doesn't. Allgren, sorry.
You mean for the jungle, right?
Yeah,
for the side of Stamina. Yeah, those are definitely available picks here. And if they stop banning the pay, for example, and give it over to the hands of honorofkings, that could work as well. Considering the fact that we need to see which side does Stamina or Max goes to in this the fourth game. Oh, blue side.
Okay, prio pick. Something's cooking in the kitchen of Stamina Esports.
I feel they're going back with the Luna and also Payback here. Unless they say that, okay, honorofkings, here's your Luna. It's time for you to play Luna. But I doubt it's the case here. They have been utilizing this 1-2 ban since the start of the series here. I don't think they will actually stray away from that path here. So let's think. Out of all the available picks for the side of Stamina,
I think Mike gonna lên Yang Chen this time, no? They ban Dolia.
The Allgren.
Bắt đầu lia kia do ban này.
Okay, those are definitely available picks that they can actually consider it. But what
cái tí là assassin này.
What are these strong mid lanes? What are these strong picks
that
they
can
actually venture into here? They do put their hands on towards the Yuhuan as a potential flex pick. One of the most picked heroes back in 2025.
For good reason as well, right? You offer a lot of damage, you offer a lot of heals, and you can actually do a lot of AoE. It's a team player pick, right? But Max, they're gonna counter up with...
Where are we going for safe pick
along with the channel pick here.
It's a very comfortable 1-2 pickup here, I would say. Like, you have Chano, one of the best late game marksmen and a very strong lane opponent. And you have a Lianpo, which is a beefy frontline, to act as a body for the Chano to start hitting in towards the late game here. But Stamina, flipping the script, they want to play towards the Chicha that has a lot of value in the early to mid game skirmishes.
Yeah, and another one, right? This is another big last game, like game-winning pick. I think teams, when they feel like they're gonna win and they want to end the series, they pick up the Chicha. Oh no, the Ambrosa comes in. This is a super sustain comp.
It's a super sustain comp, and it's also a hyper dive composition here. Remember, we saw how Rattel on the Ambrosa was diving Tigo's channel back in the previous series here. And right now, with Dev, once again, gets his hands on a very agile Clash lane. This is going to be a difficult one for Max to try to protect Jeff on the channel.
Okay, Chicha in the farm lane, Musashi for stamina.
Chicha in the farm lane, Musashi for stamina. That's definitely one of the key ways that they can actually play. I think
gonna
Max,
have
they
her
definitely
sustain.
would ban
Hey.
something like the Musashi and Agudo here to really counter out this jungle matchup.
Yeah, like there's ways to deal with the Ogren. So you can either pick up the Agudo or you can pick up the Musashi. These are great answers against the Ogren. But Team Max, what do you think works for them in the mid lane here?
There was definitely some form of damage here or crop control that could really do well into some of these key picks that's being generated by heavy dive. So considering the fact that have they picked ladies in?
Can go xẻo trao ấy nó Lady Zen với cái bạn vào đây.
I don't think so as well. So I think Lady Zen or
Lady Zen ban
it
should be made with.
So they're definitely looking on a different angle here. Something like a poke mage, maybe consider something like a KML maybe?
You know what? Just go ham. Pick up the Shangquan.
Xẻo trao lên hai nữa.
There's no
I remember.
I really don't like when there's no Dolia with a Shangguan in competitive. Like Shangguan in solo rank and competitive or like high tier rank right now, she's pretty low tier. And if you don't end the game in 10 minutes, you practically do with Shangguan.
Well, that's just options we're offering here.
That's true.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
For stamina as
Cái
well,
đó
there is
tao
still the potential of this Ambrosa and Ata being shuffled around Clash and Jungle. We still don't know where this two is actually going. It depends on.
Ta Clash lên Chicha Marksman.
Ata,
Wait, Umbrosa Clash lane.
Jungle too, right?
Yeah, but
Ata jungle.
okay, we will think about it in this way, right? When you give these two players a level advantage, which one makes more sense?
And cannot go xẻo trao now.
Jungle is the fastest goer.
Well,
I don't even
it
know
depends
ZeolyKH.
on who carries the game, right? If let's say Fade Chicha is doing a marvelous job, then I'm definitely giving over to the side of Fade. If let's say the Ambrosa is doing a really good job, then maybe I give it to Whiff Death. Right.
That's true.
It depends. It comes down to who is
It's
doing well
fucking
and carrying
get
that
buồn
game.
bro.
So
Fuck.
we do get the final live swap here coming in from Stamina Esports. The Ambrosa will be going to the Clash lane. Ata will be going on towards the jungle here. And with the final swap, Stamina went for the Ganemo instead. Was it a Ziya just now that I saw?
Yeah, it was a
Ata
divine
jungle,
force to
yeah.
just now. I think the Ganemo is a good pick, right? You have the ability to kind of snipe down Jeff on the channel. But if you take a look at the strengths of the Max composition as well, that is a wombo combo team. Not only do you
Wombo
have
combo.
the guaranteed board, it's switchable, right? You can have the board first, or you can have the Unbridled out, the Tremor Smash,
Yeah.
first, and then Shima's just gonna destroy you along with Kitty.
I remember we have a similar team composition which Team Max fought against CMF on the start of the day. It comes down to, can you get out of laning phase and start playing these wombo combos? If you cannot, that's going to be a very difficult task for Team Max to pull off these crazy engages here. But looking at their roster, it's definitely one of the big fight rosters that we want to see from Team Max aggression.
All right, this is going to be really exciting, right? Because the wave clear is going to be pretty fast from the side of Stamina Esports with the help of PHY as well as NRFX. So immediate first wave clear, like gold advantage at the moment.
What do you mean about blue?
Very minor here. In the early game here, but nice taking liberties here. Forces out the flash from the hand.
Make mùi KP.
But right now Chigiri is in danger as well. Fade.
What do you mean about blue, bro?
Which means
Này tiền. Wait, what? Some now này tiền. Wait, what?
So far so good, I would say. But so far in the early game, no crazy amounts of solo kills or gang invested by both of these teams. So for that to happen,
Okay, why
featuring two jungle tanks maybe is likely in the
Lư tạch.
resource department. Either you get
Lư tạch.
effective or you start fighting around the.
Mà sẽ lấy đa lăng mà nói nè.
I would think it's just also to work around with the setups from the team, right? Whoever gets more damage through setups will be the eventual winners of the team fights itself. Because for Kitty, he does have his passive to be able to get the insta kill if it's low enough on the side of stamina for
Mà này đa lăng đốt trâu lương rồi nè.
Health. But that's where Zing comes in, right? With the unending sorrow, you want to get the heals.
Which is true. Like, we need to see how they actually play these team fights out. Maybe PHY gets a random chunk on damage on towards Chigiri. Maybe Chigiri gets the board first. It's really depending how they use their spells to initiate these team fights.
Yeah, we'll see. The setup is super important. And right now, you can tell that the stakes are really high, right? Both teams, they're trying to play this a fine line and thin line between aggression and being defensive as well. They don't want to give away free kills at this point.
Yeah, they're just taking this early game very chill, well composed. For Stamina Esports, they're going back to the basics here, utilizing the goal sharing mechanic to maximize potential for PHY. You can definitely see PHY is one of the key star players in getting some of these big damage in onto his Kitty.
That was scary. That was scary for a little bit, right? Kitty is okay at
Trời ơi,
this
chia
point.
mà
Stamina seems
tao
to
mệt
have
cha rồi.
identified that if we can get
Đăng đáy
rid of
cầm
Kitty in the team fights don't really go too well.
But look at the health bar coming from Kitty here. Gets knocked back by the God of Grave.
Yeah.
Yep, that was close. They actually made Kitty miss his
Cái
ultimate.
mẹ chảo
Smash
ult free
onto
đó mà.
3. But where's the ultimate from Zing? No, he does not have it. He has
Ban
to be
first
really
blood
careful.
though.
Chigiri
That's
gets the
nice.
first blood. And
Tag
now
it, ban
Team
first.
Max, they have a great start. Nobody dies on the other Team Max as well.
But honorofkings, he does get the counter of the Crimson Golem from the hands of Kitty here. So that's still a decent 1-for-1 trade after all. At the very least, you're trading Zing, but you still do get some form of jungle resource from the pockets of Team Max.
So does this translate into a decent position in this 4-minute fight? That's the big thing, right? Because the initial first blood gold, it goes into the hands of Chikiri.
Well, I think it's okay. Considering the fact that Chigiri is on a control mage, unless you give him like monstrous amount of gold, he's not going to be the carry factor that you need to be looking at for sort of Team Max here. If the kill went over to Shimo, Kitty for example, then that may have more value.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Shimo having an advantage in terms of farm equipment is definitely going to hurt the lives of Stamina Esports. But for now, it's going to be a very quick attempt. I don't think they can get it in time. Bot is going to be laid down, and honorofkings will be the only person caught inside, but he will make it out safely.
Yeah, he's a tanky boy, and he has the anchor to actually get him out towards safety here. On
Tanky
towards the
boy.
bottom lane here, we see a lot of focus being committed from the hands of Max to try and give as much room as possible to Jet.
Yeah, he needs the space, right? And Zing, he needs to be really careful about his positioning. Wait, they're going in onto Chigiri. They want to burn out this passive. Unfortunately for them, that's not going to be the case. Zing does have the ultimate to save the lives of his farm laner if it needs, but for now, it is unnecessary.
Yep, it's a pretty valiant third there to actually jump in on towards Chigiri. I can see the idea where it's Fate wanting to chunk out Chigiri, force his health bar to be low, make sure that he doesn't affect this to retreat in towards the bottom lane. Now he's forced back towards the mid lane here. There's more room to play for Fate in this 2v2 matchup.
I like it a lot. And based on what's happening, this is the most even we've seen both teams, right? The goal difference right now is less than about, what, less than 1,000, in fact.
It's really stable between these two teams. And I'm wondering, did Jeff put the wrong pre-order or wrong item setup for his channel? He has 3 components at 5 minimum.
I think that's definitely a input error at this point. Now, will this cost them the game? I don't think so, right? Because right now, the aggression coming from both sides have not been tipping the scales just that bit.
Yeah, as long as there's no big fights coming out, he still gets by very easily here. But talking about fights though, they want to engage on this Azure goal.
Yep, they want to get the steal. Unable to find it for the moment. No, they do get it. And nice knockout from the side of StarKing. Can they finish the job though? But
nice.
the backline has been stunned from Shimo. A big win for the side of Team Max as they get 2 kills for the price of none. Both the jungle and the farm lane. This one hurt for the side
That's
of
nice all, man.
Shimo
That's
comes
nice
in
all.
clutch, finds the perfect truth bomb.
Late game យើងកាន់តែខ្លាំងអត់អីទេ
being caught in the board by the side of Chigiri, unable to find an escape route even though he's on Arta here. And Fate, he got punched towards the wall. He's set and done in that fight.
Yep, and also they get the T1 at the bottom. Jeff making sure they reap all the rewards. This is a great growth. 19,000 gold in the bank. We'll only see the difference in terms of gold coming in a little bit later.
ណាលេងត្រូវលេងហ្គេម
It's
2
still
ដង
a very good news for the side of Team Max because in the end of the day, they are playing a far more late game team composition with Jeff on the channel here. As long as Jeff gets the
somehow
skill into
failed
the
to
3
finish
item
the
power
game.
spike, this is the dream scenario that Team Max is definitely looking for.
Yeah, but the goal sharing mechanic, I think will help Stamina Esports come back into the game a little bit better. In fact, look at the goal now. It's still even Stevens.
I think that really goes to the show that if you steal a bit of a buff from the enemy, it actually steals away a lot of gold from your opponent.
Yeah, it definitely does, right? And right now, Team Max, they're maximizing the efficiency here. They take the first overload of the game. Value, not that big. They want to get more, but they have to stay patient. Once again, it looks like Stamina Esports, they want to put a little bit more pressure here, make life difficult for Kitty.
Both teams are just constantly looking at this Azure goal.
Oh,
PHY doesn't get the steal on with the first reforge. A pretty good attempt thus far, but now, take a look at the mid-side river control. Is looking to be much more in favor coming in forward side of T-Max.
Yeah, I like this goal from the side of T-Max because if this goes on, then T-Max should have this win. But right as I say, Kitty is looking like he is in a little bit of a trouble here. It's a 1v3, but his life stealing his way back.
Yeah, he's definitely doing an insane amount of damage here, but Jeff gets isolated in towards the top side though. And the mid lane, a poke and prod on towards NRFX, but he's tanking a lot of damage.
What was that?
They made a mistake here. They wanted to get the attention on the side of Team Max. That was the game plan all along. Stamina Esports with that gets the T1 at the top, and now the map starts getting a little bit smaller. They have taken 2 turrets instead of the 1 that Max had.
Yeah, and they are trying to look for a potential push into PHY finds the snipe on towards Shimo.
Now they can go for it. Shimo, now there is no counterplay available. He does have the flash, but with this pressure, they can put a potential steal on the ball for the Crimson Golem. Once again, PHY, he has been clinical on the couple plays, finding more, and there is going to be a lot more value. Zing uses his ultimate, and there is no answer. Kitty can't go into 5 members like that.
Kitty is tanky, but not that tanky. And let's check out an instant replay of what exactly went down. What are you doing, Jeff? You're 1v1ing against a bro with ultimate.
Yup, and even with the ultimate itself, the pack leader here couldn't deal with the damage. And once again, they take another turret at the bottom side.
One play led to another here. We do see Fade jumping on towards the backline here, trying to get the kill on towards Chigiri here. Has to use the Grandmaster Forge and Flash to back away towards safety here. But PHY has to land all these couple blades on towards Kitty. Look at her health bar. It's always consistently low.
Yeah, and Max, they can't do this.
This is now a 3,000 goalie.
And with the timer left on 30 seconds more, this is going to be a freebie. Well, they actually get it at the last possible second on the side of Stamina. And this means they will have the buff to contest against Team Max for the Shadow variants.
It's the PHY show. Every time when we pan on towards him, he's been landing all these 6 plays here. Check out top lane though. Shimo taking a lot of damage.
He just baited the ultimate out from Shimo.
Ultimate for ultimate, Shimo has no more true mantra, With that has no more ultimate here, but with that play, with that did pull a lot of attention from multiple members coming in from Team Max, giving more river control in the favor of Stamina Esports.
Yep, and the long-reaching arms of PHY is a big deficit to the side of Team Max, right? Because now they have to be really careful about the positioning, which means they're paying a little bit too much attention of just making sure they're staying in the right place. The split push is available, and this means Stamina. This should be a freebie. NRFX, he gets the Shadow Overlord. Now, that's a lot of map pressure that Max have to deal with.
Look at Shimo though, he's finding the position here, but does get spotted out by the freshly forward. This is coming in by the side of PHY here. PHY, he's constantly looking for pokes. He's chunking out the movement boom coming in for Team Max and actually be able to defend these towers.
Yeah, I like his movement from the side of Stamina, right? They actually make sure to push Shimo away so they get even more value. T2 taken in the mid and at the bot. Wait, one more catch. Kitty, what are you doing there? He wants to use his ultimate, but Fade with the damage as well. Can he finish his job? He does! And Max is looking dire for them because they have the damage reflection from them.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, Jesus.
Away with a sliver of health, but Team Max, your turrets will not share the same fate. They will be taken down, and Stamina Esports explode onto the scene, debut in the KML. 2 T3s taken, and the game very well in their favor right now.
That is why KML got a nerf this pack, and he is actually doing so much damage on towards the members of Team Max. He flashed forward, utilized the first speed force to chunk out all the health bars coming in from the Team Max players. And we can see from that play alone, Fate was utilizing the Grandmaster's Forge, chunking out Kitty's health bar, and then the first speed force comes in, chunks out Kitty, then the fatal arrow for Fate finalizes the kill on towards this tanky Augur.
that's why they're third
very
in the
hard
league
to play,
standings. This is the stamina we did not see coming into the group stages, early parts of the group stages at least. But right now, stamina has found the perfect time to hit their stride, and Team Max is the victim.
They're playing
Dạ mới
super
tranh tranh
duper
gắn
well
màu
right
gắn
now.
màu
And with
pressure
the shadow
gắn màu
pirates
pressure
secured
nó
in
pe hay
towards
kia
that
vô
bottom
rồi
river,
tan hay
they want
sustain
to be
mau nó pe
clawing
cái
for
wait
their
bên
next
trong rồi
upcoming play. Potentially this final tier 3 that Team Max is
gắn
holding
màu
dearly
chia
on in this BO5.
mà game team anh thấy chứ mà gắn màu
Land those couple blades. This is aided with the help of NRFX as well.
And to add on
một
to
cái lấy
that,
còn nó cái lấy
and
mà
with
bị em
that
vẫn khuyên
dive
clear
as a
drop
Rosa,
frame quả
you
khuyên
kind
drop
of
frame
have
chao
wondered
vào
who's
bên
gonna
này
be breaking towers or breaking the crystal coming in from SDM.
Hey wait I need to move item hello give me item give me item
the range form because the range
Show
form
me
actually
the
expires.
item.
So with Dev's role, it's not just about diving in towards the back line. He needs to survive for the final crystal push.
Maybe the Shadow Overlord would do it at this point. I don't know. The lead is just huge. It's 7,000 right now for the side of Stamina
Show me
Esports.
the
And this is really
item.
impressive. I did not expect Team Max to be in this position.
Yeah, Team Max, where was all the aggression that they shown us against the series in CMF? Right now, we do see NRFX going in.
Yeah, they lay the ball down. They haven't really caught what they wanted here. Camera Smash does not hit the targets here. This is a huge moment for the side of Stamina Esports. PHY, all he has to do is to land a couple blades with that pushes them back. They have a one singular minion. The range creep will be able to unlock the backdoor defense, but Jeff shuts down the rifle with that. One more hit. Kitty will not survive. It's a killing spree for Fade.
Oh my god, chặt tiền chặt tới bán tiền.
Jeff is falling off the flat from Sing,
Oh.
and it is all over for Team Max with the Vanguards, the Overlords. Stamina have done it. What a comeback.
What a comeback from a game 1 loss. You can see the emotions coming in from the Stamina lineup here. They know for a fact that they performed super duper well in today's BO5. And with that, they secured themselves as the 3rd placer in the second round of group stage.
That is cement. They are heading into the playoffs in a comfortable position. Now, for Team Max, I don't think their lineup has been shaken too much in terms of the league standings. But what a series. I had Team Max on my cards, but boy oh boy, Stamina did show us today.
They did, and every single game we see a different form of carry coming in from Stamina Esports here. Game 1, it was majority of the team stalling
Stamina
into a
ឡើងទៅ
Tempest
វិញ
Dragon. I think it was
Staminaឡើងទៅវិញអញ្ចឹងយើងនៅលេខ 4
That is actually Stamina. To
សំ
play
ខាន់
so
Vicious
many Tempest
Vicious
Dragon games
Vicious
and
សល់
still
2 ដៃ
overcome
ទៀត
your
នេះ
opponent. Beautiful work coming in from SDMN.
Okay, now every time we see Stamina Esports, I'm going to make sure that I have some warm-up going on because their games have been fast.
អានេះមុនវាអាប់ដេតក្រោយ
I mean,
នេះ
Fast Furious
ដល់
and
យើងនេះ
Wall,
ចាំនេះមកវាអាប់ដេត
that's
តង់
the
ទៀត
entire movie they're talking about.
Okay, jokes aside, we'll take a look at the stats of the game itself. This one, I did not expect them to win in such a dominating fashion. But if you take a look at the hindsight bias of the draft, the way that with that they pushed everyone back so that PHY and Fate could have the calm and composed time to take a look at who they really wanted to snipe down.
I think the entirety of those fights, I never seen PHY got touched at all by any of the members coming in from the side of Team Max here. He was always in a really comfortable position, and he also had the Ardent Dominator. So even if the enemies from the side of Team Max jump onto an SDMN, they could never get PHY.
នៅសល់2 game
Yeah, like
Vicious.
the
That's
only win
somewhere.
condition I could see here is, you know, that interesting turnaround by Shimo, which only happened once in this game, which is crazy.
Vicious
Which is really rare. Shimo got
Vicious
shut down super duper hard in
CMF
this
មួយ
series. Like he was not
Vicious
playing any
CMF
role in game.
Vicious
This
CMF នឹងបាន
is that
point
goal
ហើយ
leaker.
Vicious
No
gonna win
trolls
you know
coming in for Star Stamina Esports. They ride the momentum and close off the game cleanly.
so
with double
they
checkers.
gonna be like what
Super
Big
clean
boy.
gameplay. I like it. They were so calculated, and this is very refreshing to see because as a debutant into KML, this shows you what's possible.
Exactly right. Players have
យើង
been
បាន
proving
យើង
every
ឈ្នះ
single
មកពង
day, and they are
I
proving
think
that
យើង
they
ឈ្នះ
have
មក
what
ពង
it takes to play at the top level here. But let's
Tại
check
vì
out
sao đi
what
sao
exactly
bị đai
went
khỏi
down
vậy?
in the earlier plays here. PHY throws
Wait,
out
wait,
the
wait.
freshly forged here, tries to steal the objective here, but in
Oh,
these
wait,
fights,
này
early game wise, it's looking really
Nó không, này khơi là siêu
comfortable
má
for the
vậy.
Max because they win out in
Thế
all
nồng.
these skirmishes here. But
Ê, ở đây
is
cái mấy
the
thằng xe
turning
cái lấy
point here.
offline.
What were you thinking, Jeff? What is this?
Yeah, this was unfortunate, right? Also
Delay
knowing
offline.
that there was a flash involved and available for the kind of whip that.
Make clear man bong. Ở toàn clear. Nhưng có thể ai lang ấy, nhưng có thể ai lang tới mong lang tới playoff. Yes, lang tới playoff. Nhưng từ mới schedule nó tích sẵn cho tích nhóm share thay mình. Nè, Vishal lên pi game mà, lên mỗi stam nào mỗi sim F mỗi à, chụp năng à. Tại cái lên off stream á nè. Yes, thử vay mỗi stam mà nào mỗi điện. Mỗi stam mà nào cho mình nhắm thay vì bả bả nè, lại nó bảo sân gì sim F bay số. Hay bảo sân gì kia vay mỗi stam nào ban mập point tapi point điết thôn dương vào đây bên này điện. Quả lấy đọ vào mùi. Anh ấy off stream. Wait, thế anh ấy vay hai nè. Oh yeah. Chẳng là sao tao xem ai về. Ok, chẳng secure, nhưng secure lại ngay chẳng, viết này gọt khốp đấy. Đấy, phù nung như vậy. Đấy, tính nhiên china mỗi cân một point. Look here for detail. Ní môi pi stamina. Vậy ní để bổng ball ngay đâm vậy. Trời, what? Nè, vì sao bay môi stamina? What the fuck? Anh ấy cái chăm update đã khổ này mỗi tiền nhỉ, update khổ này mỗi tiền. I think we go. Update này. Yeah, time pong, I think it's okay. We go play off, guys. We go play off. I'm sure we got like buôn. We go play off. Maybe. Ta tha. We go. Yes, we go. Hey, okay, game K8. Wait, what? Okay, game K8. What is it?
Đã xa ra cái free kit nắng trong là nhóm anh nói kia nhóm
We go, yes sir, we go. Tại nó bây giờ lên playoff để chụp team non sim vượt tuổi ba. It's not easy. Anyway, that's good enough. Don't doubt. No, we already played, bro. What do you mean? We playing like a round robin right now and they win everyone, man. True. Ok, cho nhóm họ bớt sim xanh hay không? Nhóm họ bớt sim xanh hay cho mới chọc đo mong pick và hai giải bạc lan với nhóm mình chả hay xanh ta lại nhóm bớt sim xanh. Chụp khởi này không bé bàn tay tiệt, không được dạp bên maybe màu cả là màu tiệt. See you.